and we're just picking up where we left off. Going through my old artwork and throwing it up to create a Twitch banner. I'll make any small talk if anyone wants to. And I have already thrown my hold on. I've already gotten the last stream up on YouTube, which is linked in the Twitch description. So which one did we leave off on? I should have probably written that down somewhere. Meow drill. Piddle. Yeah, that one we did. Magmavire, which was this one. I think that might be where we left off. So now we're on. Oh wait, have we done this one? No, this one hasn't been done. Another I can't say its name. The cell Pokemon thing, mixed with Mischievous on the request from an anonymous person. I hope you all have had a nice day. Hold on. I'm not necessarily going to be super talkative. Apologies. Well, unless any of you want to talk about something. See, this is Mischievous fused with that cell Pokemon again. Because people loved requesting that one. I noticed that there was a tendency of like people would constantly re-request ones that I had already done. Of course, with the Twitch background, we're not using the shiny variants, we're just keeping it down to the normal ones. I hope y'all have had a good day. I think I already said that, but whatever. Yeah, I think this will fit in really good here. I was playing some Watch Dogs Legion to unwind. Game is very good. That in like that. Okay, we got two jelly boys right next to each other. God, it's terrible. I love it, but it's also just like a nightmare. People keep asking for renew. I can't say its name right. The cell thing has their base. Then again, the constant cycle. People re-requesting things that I've already done some with, in the form of a Roserade mixed with a Lollapunny. I think I'll tuck in good over here somewhere. Wait a second. I'll get rid of the white bit in a moment. Sorry, just messaging a few people on the side. Some of these I'm definitely gonna have more to say about than others. Ooh, like this next one. Oh, hang on. How many of these have had dex descriptions and I just didn't realize? Because the window was opening very small. Right, I had been reading them, before. Sorry, it's been several hours. So yeah, this one's description is, it is believed by some that this Pokemon is responsible for all disasters. Relatively short and dumb. Then this one is, the scent of this Pokemon produces, the scent this Pokemon produces is sweeter than the most expensive of perfumes. And now, the next one we're getting in is rather simple, but I kind of like how it looked. It was a request for a Jinx and Medicham. This Pokemon, this Pokemon, one, oh, see, lots of typos in my old things. I horribly misspelled dances. I hit the wrong key, definitely. This Pokemon dances in a hypnotic manner to distract. God, I couldn't write it all. It dances in a hypnotic manner to distract its foes before striking out. I'm gonna read these not as they're written, but as they were supposed to be written. Again, back in the day, I did these like late at night when I was just like unable to sleep. Kind of like right now with me streaming. History repeats itself. It's currently 1:30 in the morning and I'm streaming. But I do this for me more than anything. Oh. Hello, ZX Fenrir. Right now I'm just taking my old artwork and throwing it up as, like, creating my channel banner. When I finish this, is gonna be when I, start taking requests and such from Twitch chat and also looking at my old Tumblr requests. We are on number 63 of the original 151 that I did, and then there's gonna be more after that. So there's a few to blow through. This next one is Licklax. Let me get it up. The request to do Snorlax and Licky Licky. Extensive tests have shown that this Pokemon can only taste bitter things. How's your day been? Been good, bad, done anything interesting? Next one is anime got you out of art block, drawing furries got you back into it. I pap. Just keep at it. Practice makes perfect. This next one was Shuckle in Machoke's body to make a beefy Shuckle was the request. And its dex description is, do you even left? Wait, what? Oh. My pep. Just keep at it. Art, you know, you'll get good at art as you do it more. Maybe in the future I should find a way to record with the chat also kept picked up by the recording. I know there's definitely ways to do it. Your snouts be looking like Twinkies on your furries. I mean, at least you're aware of what the flaw in their visual design is, and then you can work off that. Also, here's number 100, Greninja with Gothita. Forgive me if I phase in and out of talking to just read out the things as I pull them up, and also forgive me for any delay, because, you know, delay between you posting and Twitch giving it to me. Okay, Yising. Because of their quick speed and small size, these Pokemon are used by feudal lords to deliver secret messages. I mean, like I said, keep at it and eventually you'll figure out how to get the style you want to look right. I mean, you can see my older sprites to the left, like top left, and my older sprites to the top left and the newer ones, like, further, and you can see, like, some of the older ones are a lot more simplistic and more so just, like, paste thing on thing. But then as you get to, like, these ones here, I do a little bit more of, like, tweaking the sprite. You know, it's just, give it time and you'll just feel out what you're doing, right? This was a course of almost a whole year, this project. Like, I did one sprite a day. And we're on number 66 now, so 66 days in is where this was. Of course, right as I'm saying, like, I started doing things where I wasn't just pasting things on other things. And then we get to this one. It's literally just Snively's head on Charizard's body. It looks terrible. This is, oh god, I think this might be my worst, actually. These lumbering behemoths roam the woods, hoarding wild berries in large caves. Oh, sad. Your pet. I don't know if I'll be able to fit all my sprites on here, actually, by the end. Next one is Sandtails. It is a mixture of Ninetales and Sandshrew. Also, just like the last one, this stream will be going up on YouTube, of course, after the fact. They will hide in the sand, leaving only their tail revealed. Then, when a bird comes down to feed, they strike, taking down the bird with one swift move. Again, you can definitely tell with me having done one like every single day, which ones I got lazy on. Like, this is one that I clearly put more effort in compared to the one right before it. Hey, Pep. I hope you feel better. I hope your body gets its rest. Were you working out today. And that's why your body hurts. By the way, for those watching the YouTube recording after the fact, I am speaking to Twitch chat. So you're getting one half of a conversation. It could just be that your body's hurting after having been working out lately, because I know you've mentioned that you've been doing that. This one is a Shaman, or landform Shaman and Giratina mixture. Mostly just Giratina. This ancient dragon was created by ancient civilizations to defend nature. Oh, well then that's probably why your body's achy if you're recovering from being sick. You can see this one, like, I pretty much just gave it, Shaman's color scheme, but I put a little bit of, like, grass tuft on its head. In hindsight, I probably should have, put some more stuff on the wings and maybe, like, running down the back. Again, if I did this now, that's definitely what I'd do, is I'd have the whole back have, like, a garden and make little green bits, like, leaves and flowers. Oh, a pep, you said? That one fits in good. And this next one was Reggie and Absol. This is number 69. Alright. So, the Great Titan lives deep in underground caves. Its digging is said to cause earthquakes. Oops, that's just the Reggie. Hold on. This is the fusion. There we go. Part of his knee got deleted, so I'll have to fill that back in. There we go. Fixed his knee. Oh, well, I don't know. I fixed the shiny because that's just gonna yeetus deletus. I like how this one came out. I remember putting a bunch of work into making the feet. Like, his feet are basically comprised, like, each foot is comprised of both of Absol's feet smushed into one with some lighting tweaks. You can see even the 2 feet aren't exactly the same thing. Like, I adjusted their pixel positioning ever so slightly on both to make to play with the perspective, make it look like he's stepping forward a little. Oh, actually, they might just be mirrors of each other now that I look at it. Oh, no, I did do some change. I mirrored them and then tweaked around the lighting and such. Next one is number 70. A fusion of Shuckle and Arceus. I named it Arkle. And its dex entry is... Praise our new god! See, there's definitely some where, like, I intentionally went into it with minimalist effort, because, like, in the case of this one, it looks funny. You know? Just Shuckle's head on Arceus' body. He's a goober. I just got off Doodlezar's stream. It was good. She did a lot of nice drawings. I'm pretty sure my I'm not positive because I didn't actually double check to make sure it happened, but I had set my channel to host her. So if any of y'all were here a few seconds ago, you would have seen that in all likelihood. There we go. Alright. Next is Dravypuff, a mix of Jigglypuff and Misdrevious, with Misdrevious as the base, was the request. Back in the day. Number 71 we're on. It is said, it is said the beautiful songs of this Pokemon bring sweet dreams to all who hear them. We're gonna get rid of the get rid of the shiny one and just keep the non-shiny like always. There we go. I wonder, can we might be able to fit. Oh yeah, so I realized I had to slide the whole thing over, because if I put anything too far over here, it gets cut off by Twitch. So. We might be able to tuck this one into one of the old gaps over here. Yeah. Filling in a hole. I mean, yeah, generally I want the newer ones to be on the right and older ones on the left, but whatever. It looks more aesthetically nice if I fill in that space. This one was a request from my brother back in the day. 9 Flare. A mix of Flareon and Ninetales. Boop boop boop. Boo-doo boop boop boo-doo. The fur of this Pokemon is always warm and soft, making it highly valuable in northern regions. It's got such a... You can't really see the pupil good because it's got a red pupil. Something that I probably could have done better design-wise. Yeah, that's okay there. Ooh, I need a hero. Arbok and Florges. I'm definitely saying that one wrong. I struggle to pronounce a lot of Pokemon names, I realize. Ancient legends say the first Argus was a beautiful woman. Oops. A beautiful woman who was cursed to take this form. Alluding to, like, the stories of Medusa, essentially, with this one's description. Because I gave it a sort of Gorgon-y look. It's pronounced, like, gorgeous, but with FL instead of the G. Florges. Okay, that makes sense. Where can we fit this one in? Might tuck it in there. Up here. How well does it fit in that space there? Near God. Maybe up here is better. Yeah, up here is much better. God, that Charizard Snivy one, that was just terrible. Next one is Magsir, a mix of Magmar and Pinsir. Another Anin request. Oops. These these cave-dwelling troglodytes evolved to have burning tails to keep themselves warm in their subterranean lairs. God, look at that forehead. Pretty much all I did was give him a slightly tweaked, or give him like head horns. Oh no, I gave him the feet of the pincer as well. I see, and pincer's hands. He's coming to eat your bread. The only way to defeat him is to give him some gluten-free bread. He relies on gluten for his existence. You gotta put the gluten in the bread. I don't know if this stream will run as long as the last one because it's so late, but we'll see. There we go. Let's see here. The next one is Purpup, a mix of Little Pup and Purleon. Listen, it's fucking 2 a.m. I can't be pronouncing Pokemon names accurately. This Pokemon is incredibly popular amongst children as a pet due to its loving nature. I mean, I can barely pronounce words in general normally. Read this one. Oh. It's just gonna just go nip at the other Pokemon. Alright. I think we could actually tuck him in down here in this slot. Yeah! Yay! Oh, that's perfect. Eelec by Chum, a request to fuse Elekid, Magpie, and Smoochum, the 3 baby Pokemon. This Pokemon continuously generates small amounts of electricity. As a result of this, touching them will result in a light shock. I love him. He looks like a little goofy nerd with his shoes and his poofy hair. What? What do you mean Jinx was left behind? Huh? I don't know what you mean by Jinx was left behind. Oh yeah, you're right. Huh. Yeah, out of those 3 like, they all had their original evolution, then they got a baby form, and then the other 2 got a 3rd form, but she didn't. You know what it is? It's because the controversy back in the day. A bunch of her design was based off a Japanese fashion trend, which was misinterpreted in the States as being very racist. The fashion trend involved getting a very deep tan and putting on lipstick like around your lips, not just on. And dyeing your hair like a deep blonde. Which is actually still a thing that, like, a fashion trend there, I believe. Next one was Teddy Ursa and Bunny Erie, and I loved this cute little thing. Oops. Uh, they were once near extinction until toys of them were sold to raise awareness for the destruction of their habitats. They are now the most prevalent Pokemon in their region. That is a direct reference to teddy bears and Teddy Roosevelt. Where Teddy Roosevelt, or back in the day, bears were becoming endangered, so I may be remembering the story slightly wrong, but teddy bears are getting, bears were getting endangered, so Teddy Roosevelt created the teddy bear, and, like, the money earned off of them, they were, like, originally made, I believe, by the U.S. government, and the money earned off them went towards, animal preservation. I think. I could be horribly misquoting old history facts. Always take everything I say with a grain of salt. This one's just too tall to fit well. It's too big for Smash. Too big for Smash, guys. Can't go in Smash Bros. There we go. And what's this? In reference to Jinx. She is also based off of a mountain crone yokai known as Yama Uba, who also kind of looked like Jinx's original image. Huh. I know in recent years they gave Jinx more of a purple hue to fight the, the controversy. Giratina mix? Hold on. Where? I got a few Giratina mixes in here, I think. The green one on the right. Oh, this one. It is, Giratina and Landform. God, I just read it a little bit ago and I forget what its name is. Landform, hold on. Where is it? Landform Shaman. It was one of my requests back in the day. It's called Gearman. Yee. Landform Shaman. I assume the person requested it because the movie that focuses on the two of them. The next one is... I thought this was a very good request. Z-Dash, or I call it Z-Dash. It's Rapidash and Zebra. Or is that Zebra Stripe? Not Zebra. The electric zebra one from Black and White. Ancient cultures believed that this Pokemon was the Hellbringer of the Apocalypse, and hunted them to near extinction. As a result, they are incredibly rare in modern day. Ooh. And we've got more info on the Jinx from ZX Fenrir in comments. The fashion style that Jinx is based off of is Ganguro fashion, which has those dark tans in color for makeup. However, there is particularly dark tanned subsection of Ganguro known as Yamdaba. Sorry if I'm horribly mispronouncing these. I am a filthy American with a horrible mishmash of New England accents from moving around into areas between Rhode Island and Boston. Known as Yamandaba, based on the Yamauba itself. So, yeah, but I thought this one came out really good. Like, the person suggested it, and I recognized Rapidash, but I was like, what's that other one? When I looked it up, I'm like, oh! Like, it just makes perfect sense, I know at the time, Sun and Moon was, freshly coming out at the time I was doing these, if I recall correctly. That my memory is always terrible, so I could be not recalling correctly. And zoom in a little bit closer. Go along well with Absol. Oh, like it and Absol being friends because they're both like bad luck Pokemon. Yay!
Hi, hi.
Oh hey, we have Zed in call with us. So for those who don't know, I'm just sitting in my Discord server so we can get random guests popping in. I'll be doing this whenever I stream. Welcome, Zed.
Hello. So, just so you know, I have your stream extremely turned down, not because of you, but because I don't like my voice, so hi.
Oh, I pet. Your voice sounds fine.
No, it sounds like a violin being washed on a beaten up washboard in the middle of a trailer park.
Oh, so this next I'm gonna copy it along with its description rather than reading its description. It was a request for smeargle and delgia. So it's a specific mixture that I assumed the person just like really liked these two. There's its dex entry that I made. I loved the face I gave it, and I was just like, that's it. That's all it needs. Nothing else.
Oh, it looks adorable.
I gave it the little bit of like, you know, actually I should probably copy them over like this so that I can like show the pieces that I pulled. So you can see like it's got Smeargle's tail thing going on. It's got his face, and the rest is pretty much just Dalgia. But it also uses Smeargle's color scheme. Oops. There's a stray pixel orange on the zebra. Oh, what? This right, right here. Yeah, so that's from the original sprite work of it. It's supposed to be sort of the texture of the other end of its body showing a little bit. It's not a stray pixel, it's just the way it looked. I wanted to keep it close to the original zebra. Also, I don't want to edit these because, like, you know, I want to leave them as they were when I made them. Eventually, whenever I finish this, I'll be taking requests from chat as well as going back to old Tumblr requests that have been sitting for years. I know there's one from my brother floating around there.
So what you're saying is Solosis plus Badu?
If I have the time when I get there, yee.
Yeah.
We're on number 114, so we're almost through with the original run before I made the Fusimon blog. These are just the ones that I posted to my own personal Tumblr blog. I have so many.
Like all your Uniclus ones.
Thank you.
Adorable.
Some of them are low-key nightmarish.
Some of these are like actually like kind of creative though. Like actually, yeah.
Some of the ones I'm more proud of, like I like this Mewtwo X and Y fusion right here.
Ooh.
Let's see. This guy here, he just looks like if you had like a D&D wizard version of that guy.
Yeah.
This one here, he looks weird. That like, I want to say that's Kickmonlee or Kickmonchan, I think, or Hitmonchan. I don't remember. But he's weird, but he came out good.
He looks like a punk skater kid combined with a martial artist.
The joke I'd made last stream was he looks like he should be starting an Irish YouTube channel.
Oh my god.
Top of the morning to you. Today we're gonna be kicking Red's ass. Let's see here. There's definitely
One of the cursed ones is like the one that combined like the Gothita with like wheezing.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't. The stream is delayed, so I can't really see your
Right.
screen. But I'm assuming you zoomed in on it.
Yeah, I've zoomed in. Yeah, there's gonna be a
Yeah,
slight delay.
yeah, that one is cursed.
Ye-
Like really cursed.
Fucking, hang on, I'd also had this one. This one, it looks like the one, the kind of girl who's gonna be like, listen, if your man isn't constantly questioning his sanity when he's with you, then you ain't doing it right.
Hold on,
You know,
I'm waiting
I'm
to
a
see which one
crazy
it is
bitch, and that's just the
on
way I
screen.
am. You have to accept it.
Is it the one you fused with Forges?
It's the one I'm zoomed in on right now. How bad is the delay? Is it really that bad? You know, on stream I should be zoomed in on too.
Okay, because the delay is like really far behind for me. It's at least like 4 to 5 seconds. No, 5 to 6.
I've now got the stream up in front of me on my other screen, so I should be able to tell what you're seeing. Yeah, you see what I mean? Where like it looks like just those girls who are like, I'm toxic, I'm crazy, but you just have to accept me. Meanwhile,
We don't do we don't do that in this household.
meanwhile,
Not her.
this one, oh, man, I can't remember what I said last time, but now looking at it, like, it looks like it wants to. Or hang on, there we go. Now it's gonna be showing for you. Yeah, it looks like it should be asking for the manager of Team Rocket.
Which one? The Afro Deoncy or
No,
like
the
the Gothita Weezy?
yeah.
Oh, I hate how you're right.
My
Oh
boy
no.
James needs a raise. He works hard for you. Yeah, he hasn't captured any Pokemon. Do you know how much work he's put into capturing that one Pikachu for you?
Excuse me. Can I speak to the manager of Team Rocket? What is this? No, I don't think you quite get it. We are like the highest caliber members you have, but you're only providing us with Zubats. How are we gonna catch wild rare Pokemon when we only have Zubats? You need to provide us with something more powerful, or like we can't do our job. I don't care. Speak to the boss. Listen, I have worked here for 5 years. Okay, like I have more authority than you. You're just a receptionist, a secretary. You just sit there, bookworm, filing folders, and receiving and sending messages. Now, go get
So,
one of your higher ups and get us a better Pokemon.
God. This next one is all three of
I'm
the
sorry.
Diamond and Pearl Legendaries. It's okay. It's all three Diamond and Pearl Legendaries. This Pokemon was
Yo,
praised as the
nice.
god of Pokemon by ancient civilizations. So you can see it's got like for things going on. I'm gonna use the shiny as the one to point things out. It's got the basic body shape of Delgia. I gave it the wings of Palkia on its head, as well as sort of a bit of Palkia's helmet head shape. I gave it the legs of Giratina. It's got Palkia's shoulder band there. You know, the chest line's up there. Underneath. Yeah, and for color scheme, I pulled a little bit from all of them. The gold, the metal colors pulled from Giratina. And the glow is pulled from Delgia, and the skin color from Palkia. Yeah. I've been neglecting the chat. Right. Stray pixel thing. Okay. Yeah, I'm 40% gay sleepy. Hold a message.
I am all 100%.
So, the bot blocked somebody from saying gay boy. I will allow.
Nice. Ara.
Gay boy. Anyway.
Gay boy.
I just knocked a piece off my keyboard and it went under my bed.
Oh no.
It's okay, it's not a piece I need. It's the little kickstand thing on the back.
Okay, if it had been like a letter or something, then you should probably get that.
Oh, I am in fact missing one of my tab keys and another key, like a number pad key.
Wait, you have 2 tab keys?
Oh, I guess I do only have one tab key, huh? See, I thought I had 2 tab keys because like there's 2 alt, 2 control, 2 shifts. So like in my brain, I was just like, yeah, there's 2 tabs, and then you mentioned it, I'm like, oh yeah, there's only one tab.
Huh. Interesting.
Let's see here. I think he's gonna go best down near the bottom. Like what you are, Zed. Haha!
No, no. Okay, yeah, I am the bottom. But you know what? You know what? I'm going to speak to the manager of the gay agenda. And we're going to reconstruct my body so I can finally be a top.
Mark Mizuki said that this guy looks like he should be in a band. I kinda see it.
I hear more of my voice, and the more I hear it, the more I just want to like cut my lips off. I have a lisp there, and I can tell.
Next I need... Listen, it's okay, you just got that classic gay lisp.
I don't want to be classic. I want to be new.
You're a riff on the classic gay. You're new gay plus. This one was a Geodude Onyx fusion request. I like how I did his color scheme. It has the ability to control stones telepathically using its horn. They are extremely territorial and aggressive. They will often fight fight others of their own kind by trying to pull apart each other's pull each other apart with telepathy.
Hearing my own voice makes me homophobic. I despise myself.
It looks horny. Jesus. Oh yeah. So Zed, since you're here, do you think you could actually keep eye on the chat and sort of words? They like read the things in chat, so keep an eye so I can keep my eye on the art. That way I don't have to slow down to read chat.
Oh, sure.
I appreciate.
Sure. First, let me just I need to like send an art thing so that I can like get help because my first soda needs lots of help.
I need help, but not in the art way. Lots of help. But not in the art way.
I see, said the blind man to his deaf dog. Okay, so Sleepy has declared that I am the chat. That's right, y'all. I have achieved manager status. I've now shed the name Karen, and now I will be...
Or hang on. I think I can turn you into an actual moderator. Give me a second.
Wait.
Hold on. I'm gonna add you as friend. And how do I...
Sleepy's Karening me.
Okay, you're now a moderator. I believe.
What?
Yeah,
I don't know.
and Mark Mirzuki. I can't say that right. Yeah, you and Arma. That's Arma. You and Arma are moderators now. You have little swords next to your name if you talk in chat. And I believe that means you have the ability to like block people and stuff or something. I don't know. You have power though. Abuse it as much as you can before you lose it.
I'm not gonna abuse my mod power.
So, this next one is And actually, hang on. I hope this doesn't kill my PC, but okay, I'm now streaming to you at the same time as I'm streaming to Twitch. So now you should be able to see it without the Twitch lag.
Oh, hell yeah.
So I loved this request. It's one of those ones that I was like, I'm surprised it didn't come along sooner. Atkinson coughing. The classic Team Rocket ones.
the blue one, and the blue one, and the ones in the center look so funny.
Well, the ones in the center are the fusion. The stuff surrounding is the source material. When startled, it releases poisonous gases from the glands in its tail. So he's basically like, "Woo!" and then farting.
That's kind of gross, but funny. Also,
it's like a skunk.
Says,
Hmm?
Sleepy says, I'm gonna get banned. Abuse before you lose. Every relationship I've been in. No!
That sounds about right for Sleepy.
Wait.
I'm kidding. That was a terrible joke.
Wait. What position were you in, though? Like...
I mean, the only way Sleepy's gonna get abused is emotionally or physically. I'll let you put two and two together. By the way, for those who will be watching the YouTube VOD or who are in chat that aren't from my friend group, which I don't think is anyone right now, Sleepy is part of my friend group.
Arma says, wait, that's all forms of abuse.
Sleepy is no god. He's just as fallible as we are, just as susceptible to pain and death. We can end him whenever we please. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So anyway, this next one's a request for Barrackson. I think I'm saying that right. Barrackson and Gardevoir. I cannot pronounce Pokemon names on a good day. So I think this one came out okay.
Also, it's Brakeson.
Brakeson, okay.
Yeah. I should be finishing my cheesecake, but I'm taking a cough drop because I keep on interrupting stream with my coughing.
Oh, it's okay. I had
so I do apologize.
I had a fucking fudge cheesecake earlier with a mocha latte. It was delightful. I can hear my cat outside begging to get in.
That meal sounds like a trip to the bathroom for me.
It's meals like that are why I'm constipated.
How do I not crinkle? But let me turn on my noise suppression to see if that helps.
Oh yeah, so the description of this, I forgot to read the description. They leave deep in the woods and bring life to dead plants through dancing. This one is Mr. Toon. It's Mr. Mime and Cricketoon. Or it's specifically asked for Mr. Mime with Cricketoon's mustache, nothing else. And its description is this mime is styling. Just Mr. Mime with a mustache, nothing else to see here. This is gonna be Ash's second stepfather. It's gonna take his mom away from Mr. Mime.
I thought of a completely different Ash, but you right.
Ash. Ash Pash's mom fucks Mr. Mime confirmed. I feel
Oh
we
no.
shouldn't make jokes about her since she's not like in our server or friend group circle anymore.
Yeah. What's your favorite Poke Fusion of the ones you have so far?
My brother asked me that the other day, and I didn't have all of them in front of me at the
Mhm.
time, so out of the ones that are on here right now, I have to go with least favorite. It's this fucker. Actually,
Oh, it's so derpy.
it's either him or her. It's one of
Is
those
that a
two.
Meloetta Voltorb?
Yep. I think it's a Meloetta Voltorb because I didn't get the lighting right at all. Trying to erase Voltorb's mouth was hard when I didn't have a good grasp of lighting yet.
Fair, fair, fair.
I mean, some of my favorite ones are definitely some of the more simple ones. Like, let's see here. I love this one, the Eevee and Firefox thing,
Anakin.
as well as this one right below, the fish and the Beautifly.
Oh, Gorbis combined with Beautiful. That one's a lot more subtle because it looks like 90% Gorbis, but
Yeah, a lot
10%
of
like
these definitely
Beautifly.
lean more towards one Pokemon than another. I think that the Eevee one is one of my
Mhm.
best blends of like the two source materials. Oh, this one here, all of the
Yeah.
evolutions combined, I very much like. I think I did a good job of bringing in elements of all of them.
Ooh.
It's
Ooh.
got Umbreon's body, Voltorb's tail, Flareon's head thing, the uh ears and dangly ear things of Vaporeon and the love one. It has the toes and feet leaves of the plant one, and the eyes of the plant one. I can't
Mm.
remember if I got all of
I
them in that. And then it's the color
see.
scheme of base Eevee.
Oh, I see, I see.
Uh, do you want to fuck this one, Zed?
No, we're not doing this.
Do you want to fuck this one up here, Zed? He's got a long neck.
Is this is a mature stream, right?
Any stream I'm in is gonna be mature.
Okay,
Wait, is there a way to mark a stream as mature that I don't know about?
I think I don't know, but if that's the case, no, I in fact would not, because like, no, we are not, no, we are not touching that.
This is another one I really like. It was I want to say Amphora, Mega Ampharos, and Mega Gardevoir, I think.
Ooh,
Like the
interesting.
ones I really like are the more subtle ones. Parasect and Victini right here. I think that one's very pretty, like very cute. This Reggie one I very much like how it came out.
The Roserade and Lopunny one is also quite nice.
Roserade and Lopunny, where's that one?
It's right next to the Buff Shuckle.
Oh yeah. Eh, I mean, it's probably just because I don't like the design of Lopunny to begin with that I don't like that one.
Okay, the Shuckle one, I want to get like a screenshot of that so I can send it to my friend
Hang on.
because I know my friend would eat that up.
Let me add a little something to it for you.
Okay.
Let's see here. Or no, I want impact font. Where's impact? And we want to make it white so it pops.
Don't fuck a Shuckle.
Shuckle is S
Hell yeah.
H U
UCLE.
K L E. Okay. Yeah, I thought
Yes.
so. But I also can never spell anything.
Oh. All we need now is zoom in on
Oh, it looks
Mr.
so
Shuck.
bad. I love it. Don't fuckle with Shuckle. Go ahead and screenshot it.
Font so terrible. I love it.
Earlier, or in the last stream, I zoomed in on one of them and sent it to. I think I posted it in the server actually. Which one was it? I zoomed in on. Hold on, which one was it? Give me a second. Oh, it was this one. I zoomed in on this one and I put around it pathetic bottom text.
Pathetic bottom text.
Pathetic bottom text. Alright, anyway, what was the last one we did was the Mr. Toon. This
Yes,
next
Mr.
one.
Toon.
I was asked if you use Meloetta Pirouette form with Gardevoir, with Meloetta as the base. Its melodies are sung with a special vocalization method that grows plants.
You know, I was watching like an anime the other day. Now, I'm at the stage where I'm analyzing my friend group and thinking of who would be which character. Because my mind, the first thing I ever think of after watching a show that I like is what would I or any of my friends be like if we fit into those worlds?
Well, we can immediately say our friend Birditis. He's immediately the most friendly, gung-ho, heroic character. Like, so,
Yeah.
if the character is exceedingly friendly and overly willing to help everyone around them, it's Broditis. Immediately.
Yeah. Or flirty idiots.
Is he, I guess you know him better than I do in that regard. I've never
Well,
seen him
I
flirty.
I haven't I haven't seen him flirt, but I do know that he loves flirtatious characters, not perverts. There's a distinction.
Mm-hmm.
Flirty versus pervert. I'm the show I was watching was My Hero Academia, and there's this one character who I despise because the only personality he has besides being a pervert is being a little bitch. Like that's all he
So it's
does.
me.
No, honestly, with how you are, you'd either be one of the pro heroes like President Mike, who he enjoys being like an MC, and I know that you have analytical skills that would help bring out like give people a good idea of what they're watching.
Mm.
Whereas on the other hand, you could also be the main character Deku because he likes to like analyze people. He kept a notebook of like
I don't have enough drive to be Deku. I would give up too soon. Anyway, this one's
fair.
description is, one hit, the emerald on this Pokemon vibrates at a frequency that creates beautiful music.
What is it a fusion of?
Uh, Meloetta and,
Yancy. Okay,
yeah.
cool beans. That actually looks really nice.
It's definitely more on the Deancey side. I could have done a lot more to make it look like Meloetta. It's basically just a color swap.
Mm.
Ooh, this one came from a specific person, not an Anon.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna go ahead and give them a random ass shout out. I have no idea what content this person produces. I could be advertising somebody who makes pornography for all I know. But here you go. This request came from Snoof5. Sunflora and Bellsprout. Wait, was this the thing you were requesting earlier?
No, I was requesting Budew and Solosis, who are
Right.
both baby Pokemon.
Yeah.
Little baby man. Billy, baby, little baby man.
Mm-hmm. According to ancient legends, the nectar of this Pokemon can reverse the aging process. Because of this, it is a very popular drink in spas. Also, this is one of the ones that definitely has a more subtle shiny form. That basically just comes though from the actual Pokemons that it's based on having more subtle shiny forms.
I see. It looks derpy, but Bellsprout is already a derpy Pokemon anyway, so it kind of fits.
Can he fit here? I
Unlike
don't think he can, but
unlike Stevie Charizard. I still can't get over how weird it
oh
looks.
yeah. See, I back in the day I was doing one of these every single day. So there's definitely some that are more hit than miss depending on how I was feeling that day. So that's number 122 done, by the way. Oh,
How many
this
more do
one.
you have to go?
Um, I don't know have the exact number, but definitely more than 200, I think.
Ooh.
So this next one I really like. Mega Mossum. I was asked if you use Mega Mawile, Maywell, and Bellossom.
Mawile and Blossom. Okay, those are two Pokemon who are definitely like they're like the I like their designs, but I don't like them enough to put them on my team kind of Pokemon. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because like Blossom, I associate with like I don't know what I associate it with like, but for Mawile, I just don't like the typing because I don't like steel types. Steel types make me angry.
I forgot Mawile has steel typing.
Yeah, that was its original before it finally became like a fairy type in X and Y.
Which is funny because fairy types are weak to steel.
Yeah. However, fairy types are also weak to fire, which is what steel is also weak to, so that's a 4 times weakness. And just like Jinx, Mawile is based off of a yokai from Japanese folklore called Futakuchi Onna, which is basically a two-mouthed woman. The whole idea is that um, I don't know how they come about, but basically it's just a lady with a mouth on the back of her head that has a voracious appetite and can use the hair on her head to like feed itself.
I wouldn't mind dating a two-mouthed woman if you know what I mean. They lay still and produce a sweet smell to draw in prey before bringing down their large jaws with immense force. Lots of misspellings in that one again. A lot of these have a lot of misspellings. Oh,
I
this
rate
one.
your
This one looks like a Digimon, but I fucking love it. Espeon,
okay.
Delgia, and Lucario. So,
I rate your save transition from earlier a 5 out of 10. It's still kind of obvious, sir. I'm
what are
good.
you talking about?
Anyway,
Yes,
okay,
it,
yeah, it does have Digimon vibes.
yeah.
Actually,
Uh,
still very cool though.
yeah, I very much like
Like
how
it
it came
works.
out.
Yeah.
So, uh, it travels through time, stopping great cataclysms from ending the world. It has been spotted by countless individuals throughout time, protecting important trainers. There's your whole entire movie starring this legendary.
You know, I've always been curious. Has there ever been a shiny Pokemon shown in the anime?
Yeah, definitely a few times. I can't name a specific example for you aside from the red Gyarados showing up, but they've definitely done it a few times.
Oh,
They've also done ones that are just completely original colors, not a shiny or the regular color scheme. That's where the famous
huh.
purple Kecleon originates.
Wait, shiny Kicleon isn't purple?
Nope. And,
And
and
it's not a variant?
even then, Kecleon can change color based on type, but there's no color scheme that makes it the purple and stripe combination that it is. I think it's like purple with a green stripe. It only appears in
Mhm.
show like that and in the mystery dungeon series.
I see. I do apologize for constantly having to mute myself, but my throat is very uncooperative with me
Oh,
today.
it's okay. I couldn't even tell. It doesn't make a sound or anything when you mute.
Cool. I One
This.
thing I'm afraid of is like clearing my throat but forgetting to mute because
Mhm.
I like my coughs are starting to sound like my dad's. So by extension, my throat clearing will do that too,
Mhm. Right, but
which kind of sucks. Ooh,
this one you can see I took
little.
the feet from Genghis Kong. I gave it Genghis Kong's head, but still with the drills of
Ooh.
Rhyperior. Uh, gave it the little baby in the pouch. Gave it Genghis Kong's tail. It's definitely one of those ones that leans more on Rhyperior. Um, they are incredibly defensive of their young. They will lash out on any who enter their nesting grounds.
Guess who accidentally called Arma because of a mispress?
Mhm,
Me. I'm sorry, Arm.
mhm.
I heard my voice on the stream. I'm very uncomfortable.
I think listening to your voice sounds fine.
No, I hate the way I pronounce certain things.
I mean, I really didn't like my voice the first times I heard it on recording, but I've gotten used to it now.
Uh, I wish I had a magical voice or
You
just no
do.
voice at all and just
Your voice is
no,
beautifully
my
magical.
voice. No, my
Uh,
voice is like
I'm gonna step away for a few seconds. I'll be right back.
okay.
Uh, keep
All
the
right.
audience
I'm
entertained.
gonna.
Be entertaining, Zed. Comment on what's on stream.
Ooh, that's gonna be a difficult thing for me. Hello audience. How do you do? Tell me your favorite kitchen appliance. We we're gonna rate your kitchen appliance. Like, let's go. I'm waiting, chat. Hit me with your favorite kitchen appliance. Y'all here? Am I alone in this sea of Poke Fusions? Wah wah wah. I'm a duck. Wah wah wah. Quack quack quack. I'm making weird noises like a little critter. I'm a little critter on Twitter, and I'm going to. Wah. Sometimes I wish that I did not have a gag reflex so that I could swab the back of my throat and get rid of this one. I really don't know how to keep people entertained, do I? Like, there's just gonna be an awkward, like, several minutes of my silence because I don't know what to do on my own. Like, I'm staring at Pokemon, but they're so far away that I don't know if I can roast them. Oh wait, hold on, hold on. I see a Roserade with a Voltorb head. It's like a little bobblehead. Yeah. Now let's see. What? Ooh, that Blastoise Venusaur Charizard fusion's actually pretty nice.
I have
We
Hawaiian
got.
bread.
Hello, welcome back. So, just so you know, I'm bad at keeping people entertained,
Oh, but that's
and
the
I
entertaining part.
no, I don't think you understand. I muted myself for like a lot of it because I was trying to clear my throat, and then I'm pretty
Hmm.
sure I weirded out the audience by saying that I wish I didn't have a gag reflex so I could stick a swab down my throat because my body doesn't want to leave me alone. My ankle hurts, my back hurts, my throat
Oh, Zeta.
is slimy. My throat is like playing Slime Rancher. Like, y'all,
I
I go
mean,
to boot camp soon, and like all this is happening to me. I'm not. If I don't get in, everything up to this point has been a waste.
no, it hasn't. You've been working out, regardless of whether you're in boot camp or not. That you mean it means you've gotten more physically fit.
I'm losing precious time because my body got sick, and then I couldn't work out for several days. And now, because my ankle is hurting,
So you're saying is because you're unwell, it's somehow your fault that you can't train?
yes, because my body is being
It's not your fault.
homophobic.
You didn't make yourself get sick. You didn't make your ankle get hurt.
I just want to know how and why did my ankle just start hurting? Like, I've done nothing but sit on my ass for the past 4 or 5 days. It has no excuse to be doing this. But what I do know is if I try and stand up on my right leg, it will hurt a lot.
My pep. I
Like,
mean, there's a lot of reasons the body can just hurt for no reason.
I don't know if it's just me, but like the blood vessels on my legs are starting to look very apparent. I don't know if that's because I'm on high alert or if it's because something's wrong, but we'll see. But hello, veins. You look very bulging today. Would you like to burst open and destroy me?
Oh no, my pep.
I swear, the rest of my
Also,
body
keep in
is.
mind this is going on YouTube after the fact.
Oh,
I'm just letting you know that so that you don't say anything that you don't want out there.
people like content where they see other people get hurt, right?
I
Well,
mean,
there
it's
you
okay.
have it. You fiends. You like laughing at my pain.
Yes.
Hmm. No.
But anyway, this is Porygon and Kangaskhan Kong. Studies have shown that the actual Pokemon is the small one that sits in the pouch of the larger one. The smaller one is actually just a large, or the smaller one is actually just a large geode. That's supposed to be the larger one. The larger one is actually just a large geode construct that is controlled telepathically by the smaller.
It looks derpy, but again, Porygon looks derpy anyway, so.
I'd like to see a Mega Porygon. Too bad they're never gonna make another Mega Evolution again. Because now
Yeah.
Pokemon's
I
all
thought
about introducing concepts and then immediately abandoning them.
I really don't like that because like
We did not need Gigantamax. Z moves? Sure, that was cool. So now we had Megaforms
yeah,
and Z moves. We didn't need Gigantamax.
Gigantamax is definitely something that like it's cool in theory, I guess, but we already had two other things that were very cool, and
It should have just been that, like that should have been the mega forms of that region's Pokemon.
I really was disappointed in hearing that we would never have Mega Evolutions again because that killed the hope of some of the past Pokemon that I like getting
Yeah.
anything. Because, like,
The new guy who's
Jinx,
in charge doesn't understand what makes Pokemon good.
mm,
He's trying
Jinx,
to make it more like, like contemporary RPGs or like fucking Digimon.
mm,
By the way,
see,
this
like,
request was a
yeah,
fire type haunter.
ooh, nice. See, it like Dunsparce and Jinx are two Pokemon that I would love to see get an evolution because they both feel very incomplete. Oh, I'd also love to see an evolution for Delibird. I'm pretty sure no one remembers this Gen 2 Pokemon, but it's like a little Santa
Oh,
penguin
yeah, no, I
thing.
loved it.
It's
Actually, hang on.
yeah,
This
it's
is
a
a
cute,
Delibird
yeah.
fusion right here.
Oh, where, where? Which
I'm
one
zoomed
is
in on
it?
it. The deer.
it? Oh, is it the Stantler one?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
cute. Okay,
Stantler and Delibird,
that
the
Miss
ultimate Christmas
that
Pokemon.
that Miss Magius looks like a big scrotum.
uh,
But got
Wait,
hello,
real quick
Luna.
description of this boy. It is believed to be composed entirely of fire, held together through psychic energy.
Ah, yes, like my butthole
Oh,
after
jeez.
Taco Bell.
Okay, we got Wilhelm in now.
Yeah.
I don't get the Discord budding sound when you guys come in, so I just hear your
Yeah,
voice
I
and I
haven't
have a
been able
heart
to get
attack.
that either.
Yeah, if you have
Uh,
OBS open, it blocks Discord sounds. Well, Discord
really
block.
does it?
It's not OBS blocking. Discord, when it can tell you have a recording software open, doesn't play sound effects anymore.
Oh, really?
Oh, it's 'cause you have streamer mode enabled.
Oh,
So yeah, we're
I
just
see, I see, I see.
going through my
Are you just
Pokemon.
streaming
Like
you like?
Yeah,
I'm
and
Yes.
chatting.
making my banner for my channel using like my old Pokemon artwork.
Yeah. On the topic of Gigantamaxing, I feel like I can understand people enjoying it, but at the same time, it feels like Pokemon's heading in a direction where each game, its most interesting part is gonna be like
Gone the
some
next
gimmick.
generation. Yeah.
Wait,
It's
hold on. Can I stop you for a second?
Hmm?
Scroll out. Bottom left corner.
What's up?
Right there. Isn't that Randy Marsh from that episode in South Park where he got testicular cancer?
It's 3 a.m. I can't laugh that loud.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god. You're referring to this, I'm assuming,
Just trying to get a little
right?
bit of cancer, Stan. Just trying to get a little bit of cancer.
Mhm.
Like
God.
some of these, like I guess the thing about gimmicks is like
Real quick,
if you
this one was an
yeah.
electric type Gengar request. They feed on
Ooh.
electricity because they feed on electricity. Because of this, they are often drawn to cities and power plants where they cause blackouts. Carry on.
Sorry. Uh, so it's something I have to compare isekais to because I'll explain the isekai bit in a moment. But
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon is
gimmicks,
an isekai.
that's not what I'm quite talking about.
I know, I'm just saying.
Gimmick, yeah, gimmicks, Gigantamax, Mega Evolutions, and V moves. When you incorporate them well, they don't feel like one-time
Yeah.
cheap gimmicks that like. But the thing is, you should incorporate them for longer. Gigantamax, they incorporate it in a way where it's like you have purposefully big stadiums where people are watching your Pokemon battles, and that's really cool. But you're getting rid of it in like by the next generation. Like, why? No, what? Like,
Also, I'm gonna throw out the thing of
yeah.
every generation has had its little gimmicks. The difference is old Pokemon didn't make that gimmick the center point of the game, so it wasn't as glaringly obvious.
Yeah.
Like the fashion shows of Sinnoh, the base of Hoenn, the secret bases. All of them have a gimmick, but it's always a side thing away from the main story. But because Mega Evolutions, Z moves, Gigantamax are all integral to the story, you notice their absence in the next title.
Yeah.
And even then, I
And
thought
it's like,
Mega moves or Mega Forms were gonna stay around because they did new Mega Forms for Sun and Moon. So I thought the new thing going forward was because like they introduced baby forms in Gen 2 and they constantly keep doing baby Pokemon. So I thought Z moves and Mega Forms were the new thing like that, where we were gonna keep getting cool Z moves
Yeah.
for Pokemon and cool Mega Forms. But no, they've
Yeah,
announced they're not doing anymore. Also, by the way,
I didn't.
this is Watley. It's a water type Ghastly. They have a smooth
Oh, I thought
pearl
it was ice.
yeah, not water. They have they have smooth perme. Alright, God, I could not spell back in the day. They have smooth pearl-like
Permeable?
bodies and are capable of manipulating water within a small vicinity around them through unknown means.
Sounds adorable.
Yee,
Why did I say adorable? Interesting, but
you sound adorable.
It drowns things.
no.
It's really cute.
Okay.
Pokemon's full of cute Pokemon that kill people in horrible ways. I
That's
draw
my
your
favorite part
attention to
about Pokemon.
Driftbloom.
Yeah, that one's probably the most like terrifying.
I would not say
So
that.
adorable.
The Sphinx one is probably the most not the Sphinx, this Pharaoh one, the sarcophagi one.
Okay, yeah, that.
Mm,
Okay, the baby version of it carries the face it had when it was a human.
It was alive. Yeah.
That's like some Junji Ito shit. Like
this next one is going to be Arceus and Giratina, by the way.
Ooh. Nice. But what was I saying about Pokemon? Like V moves and Mega Evolutions, they don't feel like just gimmicks. They feel like add-ons that I guess bring more depth to Pokemon overall and could become like big central things.
If they kept
But
doing them. Like the baby mode, for the baby forms.
Yeah, but they're just treating it like a gimmick and tossing away like, and then Gigantamax, it definitely feels more gimmicky, but at the same time, it has the aspect of like fun and grandness to it, like seeing these big kaiju like battles in the middle of a stadium. Like, I don't know about you, but that's pretty cool. Like seeing a giant, thick Pikachu using Thunderbolt on like an ice cream in the middle of like a giant stadium. That you got like reporters,
But it's
you got
definitely
like people.
more than anything in
Yeah.
Pokemon, other than Pokemon's concept itself, feels like it was put there for marketing.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. And it's something I've realized that a lot of isekais do as well. Because so to make a comparison, shonen animes are your usual action-packed animes, and a lot of them have typical tropes of like, if I scream louder, I can punch harder, and the power of friendship will make me prevail, yada yada. All the stuff that makes the story feel less fun to
Real
watch
quick,
because
gonna interject with the description. This great Pokemon is said to be a divine defender, only appearing to defend trainers that have been chosen by the gods.
Ooh, I see.
Carry on.
All right, but huh?
Which god?
The gods.
Which god? Which one?
Just the gods.
You're telling me, because according to my known lore, is that giant land and water one, the giant whale one, who hate each other, who never agree on anything, are also gods?
Debatable.
Oh.
It's unclear if they're gods or if they're more
Or-
like things made by the gods to do godlike things.
Okay, so what classifies as a god then? Because I know Mew technically is one,
No, it
or
isn't.
is more like Jesus, I guess.
No, Mew is
Mew
the
is more
original
like-
Pokemon. It's like the single cell organism that began all life.
It's like Adam and Eve, but one Pokemon.
Yeah.
And then
So
Arceus is like God.
Arceus was the god who
But
made
then
everything.
so are other gods.
Then there's Delgia, Palkia, and Giratina who served directly under him. Delgia is god of Dialga.
Time.
Yeah, is god of time.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
Palkia
Waluigi.
is the god of space, and Giratina is the god of antimatter.
What?
And then there's a number so they are the gods. Those four, they're the main ones, and then there's other Pokemon which are acknowledged to be godly, and there's other Pokemon that are just able of doing things so grand ancient people viewed them as gods, which is what those two are, the whale and the Groudon and Kyogre.
And then the four bird things.
Mm-hmm. Those aren't gods, they're just so amazing people are like, these are gods.
Yeah, they're legendary, but in a different way.
What makes the gods gods
as
is
I
they're
was-
capable of fundamentally altering reality itself. Whereas the
Isn't Mew
legendaries
able
can
to do that?
What?
Can't Mew do
That
that?
Mew is mythical.
No, Mew is just
No,
super
Mew
psychic.
just-
It can't bend reality. It can
Mew-
just do. It's just a badass psychic.
Oh, you're right. It's the spoon one.
The
He's
thing
a
with
god.
Mew is that Mew has the DNA of like every single Pokemon, right? Which in theory makes Mew able to do whatever Pokemon move it wants, because it's the direct ancestor of every
Everything.
other Pokemon. Yeah. So
Sounds like a poorly written franchise.
Oh yeah, Pokemon was never super made for the writing.
yeah,
I mean, I'd be honest.
it's the character.
It's not that
designs
it's not
count.
that it's poorly written. It's that it's purposely written without extensive depth, so a lot can be left for interpretation.
Okay, yeah, that's a fair.
Because it's always
interpretation
told
of
from
it.
the perspective of a fucking 10-year-old.
Oh yeah, that's true.
And
I
like, there's a
suppose
very
having
constant underlying running feeling of like, even the people who are machinating with the crazy ancient forces don't fully understand what they're working with. They just know this thing's powerful.
and sometimes those forces kind of like conflict with each other's like stories, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like in real life too. Not gonna lie, with real world mythologies,
Mm-hmm.
very nice. But
Anyway, this next one is
As I was
Teddiursa, Cubchoo, and Pancham, and Stefan. But they.
that's a
Oh yeah, but
big combination of Pokemon.
crossed out Stuffant and didn't do it at the time for some reason. I think if I recall, I couldn't get Stuffant sprite, and I didn't want to make one because I wasn't really making sprites yet,
Huh.
like from scratch. Later on, when I started getting a lot of Alola game ones, I did start doing that.
Oh yeah, there's people that like make sprites of like 3D gen Pokemon, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. That people would put in the time to do that.
Yeah.
But as I was saying with the whole isekai bit, this thing I'm noticing. So I was talking about shonen anime and how a lot of the time their plot writing is kind of bad. But
Mhm.
what makes them enjoyable for me is
The gimmick.
the world building, specifically the world building, where a lot of the times the world feels so well thought out that if I took away the creator's like original plot and I inserted like another like a different group of characters in there, they could still do great things in that world and the world wouldn't feel you know, it would
Mhm.
still feel unique
It's
and
the
not like,
character. It's not that the world is poorly made. It's that the characters are usually poorly written.
yeah, and
There he
and
is, the writer, sitting at his desk. I don't know how people are.
I mean, if we're being
on the other,
honest, that's probably the way a lot of the people who make isekais are, because isekai is 100%
so,
escapist fiction. And they're
so
almost
the
always
thing,
about one guy banging a bunch of women. They're fucking high
yeah,
school nerds who want to
so
write a self-insert fiction where they fuck a bunch of women. Real quick, the
so
description of this
yeah,
guy before we go back to that. They're often mistaken for
mhm.
bear toys. Though this is a mistake you won't want to make around its mother. That's the entire description. And also the
Hmm.
next one is Mamoswine and Slackoth. You can continue.
All right, thank you. The
Slack
thing
off.
I've
Don't
noticed
mind
with
if I do.
isekais is a lot of the times it's generally just not just like a generic fantasy world, but a generic like MMORPG kind of world.
Mm-hmm.
Because and not
Which
only that,
again,
I've
I
noticed
think
that,
says a lot about the people who write them.
yeah. And another thing is, I've noticed there's a lot of gimmicky, like, what they turn into. Like, legit, if you look it up, there's an isekai or, like, something related to that about reincarnating or turning into a hot spring or a vending machine. There's also the one where they turned into a slime or the one where they turned into a
Okay,
spider.
but the
Or there's one where
slime
they
one's
turn into a
genuinely
fridge.
good.
I've heard the slime one's pretty good. I watched a
It's
bit myself, but then I stopped.
it's pretty enjoyable. I
Okay,
don't think I got too far into it. I think I got like halfway through the first season, but I enjoyed all
all
of
right,
it.
that's fair.
Hang on, I'm gonna move my
But
mic away from you for a second while I blow my nose.
No,
all
just
right,
don't want you to blow my eardrums out, please. It's all I want.
but
The mute on my mic is broken. Also,
but
real quick,
when I
these
see,
incredibly
yeah,
lazy bottom feeders live at the base of rainforests, wallowing in the mud and feeding on old fruit. Continue.
sorry. Also that Mamoswine and Slackoth one, that one's a really subtle one. It's another one of your like simple ones, right?
Yeah. It's got tusks and colored
Okay,
eyes and a pig nose.
still like that actually. But when I see isekais like throwing out outlandish ideas in order to like
This is one that came from
what's the
not an
word?
Anon.
Um,
So, there we go, giving credit to the person who asked.
Oh, it's so cute. It's Oshawa and Lickitung. Oh my god, I love
Yeah.
him. But
Actually, it's Oshawa and Licky Licky. Gah!
He looks like he's deep throating a hot dog, but like without the bun there.
hey, you want
I'm
a
sure you have a
gloomy?
lot of experience with deep throating glizzies.
Motherfucker, I like glizzies.
But
I
a lot of the
don't
times,
like glizzies, motherfucker. I love them.
a lot
Carry
of the
on, Zed.
times it's hard for me to get into isekais because a lot of them are the same old like generic MMORPG thing with like the protagonist turning into some gimmicky thing, which
Mm-hmm.
with the right
Okay,
one, it can feel well incorporated.
can I recommend one
Yes.
that I hate that I can recommend it as being amazing? My brother got me to watch it, and this is one of the. It's not an isekai actually. I don't know. It's not an isekai in the sense of a guy moving to a new world. It's more like, you know how Hellboy is all about there's a secret world over our own that we didn't realize? It's that whole bit.
Hmm.
Where there's a whole entire
Okay.
unseen world and unseen battle that the character gets pulled into. And this anime is so good,
Okay.
and I hate that it's so good because of what it is like around how good it is
Mm.
High School DxD. My brother made me sit down and watch it, and a
Oh.
few episodes in, I was like, why am I enjoying this as much as I am? You
Oh.
have to be willing to laugh at lewdy content. Because the creator of it
That.
made a living parodying, you know those like excessively lewdy animes? He made his living making parodies of those. And he had this idea of an anime he wanted to make. He's like, so I could make this and I could publish it and just tell the story I want to tell. Or I could tell the story I want to tell and also make it about titties, and it will sell 1,000,000 times more copies. And like, it's really funny seeing him talk about it, because he's just like, yeah, I mean, I could have just written it like any other anime and it would have been forgotten, but because I put titties in it, everybody loves it. Like, he's so aware of what he's made that I can't help but respect the guy.
Yeah, that's fair. I kind of don't ever want to watch it, not gonna lie, because I just...
Well, do you want to hear a basic premise?
I've heard you explain it before, so, like...
Okay.
And it's weird, because, like, I like Bayonetta and Kill la Kill because the fan servicey parts get overshadowed by the characters doing really cool shit.
DXD does the same thing with either cool stuff or comedy. By the way,
Yeah.
they absolutely love sweets. They're willing to do just about anything to get a taste of candy. That's its description.
Oh, its head looks like a lollipop. I love that. It's cute.
And the next one is Hitmonlee and Sock.
You know, the more that I look at this thing you're making, the more upset I get.
Why?
Why?
No, zoom out. I'm like, oh yes, I'm familiar with Pokemans. Look at all those Pokemans. Yeah, I know that one. Yo, I know that one too. Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know that one. What about that one? Oh yeah, I know that one. Yeah. No, wait a second. I don't know that one. Oh yep, there's Squirwell. The bee thing. Yeah.
Can you zoom in on the new ones you made? Because I wanna see it up close. Ooh, this is another one that's more like subtle, right?
These are my favorite characters from the Muppets.
Yeah. Well, I mean, fun fact, this guy right here was actually designed based on Muppets. So, the Muppet comment lines
really cool.
up.
Nice.
Let me guess, it's the evil one.
He was Black and White's equivalent of, like, Hitmonchan and Hitmonlee. You know, they were the two fighting... There was two fighting Pokemon. There's this guy is Sock. And I forget what the other
was Throw.
Yeah, Sock and Throw.
It was literally...
And they were just, like... They were made to look Muppety.
Huh.
That reminds me of a bad... Like, one of the villains from one of the Spyro games.
But, what's it called? Continuing on with the Isekai
This does look like a generic enemy from a PS1 era platformer.
As I was saying, there's nothing wrong with using, like, an outlandish idea to, like, get in readers, because, like, you know, turning into a slime is, like, a pretty unique thing, but...
Just have some follow-through on it.
Yeah. If the content of that anime wasn't as good as it was, it would have ended up being...
Yeah. Like...
Yeah, and I feel like Pokemon's heading in that direction where they have to come up with these
gimmicks
increasingly...
to keep people coming in.
But by doing that, they're neglecting everything else, which, like, I will say, a lot of the designs in, what gen are we on? 8?
Hang on.
In Sword and Shield.
5 was Black and White.
Followed by Kalos, which was 6.
Yes, I think we're on 8.
Yeah. I will say, a lot of the designs in Sword and Shield, I loved them. However, if a Pokemon game is that polarizing in the community, like, really that polarizing, then there's kind of a problem. Of course, my opinion should be taken with a grain of salt because I haven't played the game yet, but from what I've heard, the plot villains don't feel like real villains, right?
So, hang on. I am somebody who hates playing the Pokemon games because I don't like that kind of heavily grindy JRPG. But I love Pokemon for its world and its like very lighthearted, fun stories, right? Sun and Moon had a really good story where they set up a fake-out villain group, where they gave you Gang Skull. And Gang Skull felt like a play back onto Team Rocket, because Team Rocket was the classic 1950s mob. Team Skull was like a modern-day New York gang. You know, of like punks who like rap music, and like it was really cool. But then, about halfway through the game, you discover they're not the actual villains. It's the scientists you've been working with all along, creating a fantastic fake-out moment. Sword and Shield tries to do the same thing. But its first fumble is, the fake-out group it gives you, Team Yell, is the stupidest group in all of Pokemon, and you would be able to tell a mile away that they're not the actual villains because they're so incompetent and just illy conceived.
What are you talking about? They're literal stands.
They're just simps.
Evil, but
They're just a bunch of simps.
Yeah.
But
they're all just a bunch of like, I can't remember. The first only ever Pokemon game I've ever played was Sword and Shield, and I felt so uncomfortable playing the game.
Oh,
because I started playing it, and it's literally the opening thing is like your supposed best friend, and he's just so thankful that you absolutely demolish him.
Another thing.
Yeah,
and then
the rival thing,
and then
that's the result. They've always had the rivals be an asshole, and they've been in ever since Sinnoh, trying to curve them away from being an asshole to being your friend. And I think it worked kind of good in Sinnoh. It worked really good in Black and White and in X and Y. Sun and Moon gave you both the asshole rival and the friend rival, and Sword and Shield tried to do the same, but they made the asshole... The asshole actually works fine, but they made the friendly one too friendly to the point where he just doesn't give a fuck about anything you do to him.
Yeah, and so I was playing it, right? I beat him. And then I was like, okay, that's fine. And I guess that's pretty standard for Pokemon, right? It's a kid's game after all. And I'm playing it more and more, and then later I go over to his house, and I'm walking around his house, and the parents do not care about this kid at all. Because their other son is like
the regional champion.
The number one Pokemon player in the region. And so then they're all over the house is just photos of the older son.
And
literally
none of
everywhere. Not a single photo of the kid until you go into the older brother's room where he's the only one that has a photo of his brother. So he's the only one in the whole family. Yeah, exactly. So it makes it even sadder the more that you beat him.
Yeah.
So
you have to beat him to continue the story. You can't lose to him. Every other rival in the other games, if you lose the fight, you lost that fight, and then the story continues.
So I'm playing.
I think it was Sinnoh where they changed it, or it might be before Sinnoh, but I believe Sinnoh was the one where they said, "Okay, now you have to win your rival fight to continue the story."
So I'm going through the game, and I'm like, okay, well, he is my best friend, and I'm sure his self-esteem is absolutely terrible, right? So his behavior seems pretty on point for probably how his family life is, so I'll forgive it. And then I go, and I go, and I go, and I keep playing the game, and I keep, I don't know how much I need to level for the first thing.
This is by far the easiest Pokemon game they've ever made, by the way. Yeah, okay, you don't need to grind at all.
Alright, well, so I'm playing, and I'm like level something or other, and I freaking just clean sweep the first gym with my first Pokemon, who is the same exact type as that gym. I clean sweep that. I didn't even Dynamax once. And I wiped out the guy's Dynamax in like 3 hits. And I'm like, wow, this game blows.
Yeah, because they don't, they tried to, they wanted to make it more accessible to younger kids, which is all well and good.
it's a kid's game.
But they
I don't
made
know
it
what I expect.
too accessible. Because even before that, the easiest Pokemon game before this was like leagues and leagues and leagues more difficult. Like this isn't a kid's game; it's a baby's game now.
Yeah, and as I'm playing throughout the game, I just get more and more like uncomfortable. It feels more like a fetish than a game.
Really?
Yeah, I'm playing it and like I absolutely demolish people, and like everyone except for Team Yell were like, "Oh,
Thank you for whooping our ass."
Thank you so much. What a great match! Oh my god, yes! Like every single person, there was like maybe one person who was like, "Dang it, you beat me, but thanks for the match." And I'm like, what kind of repressed BDSM fueled trip were they doing when they made this game?
Literally, one thing that I love.
So, what I want to finish with what I was saying earlier, though, is like, the other thing they did wrong was like, Team Yell was so blatantly like not the competent villains. And the main villains of Sun and Moon, they sort of held it off till partway through the story. Like, I think the second town you go and have the dinner with the CEO of the power company of the world, like the guy or of the region who runs like all the power plants, and he gives this long speech about how we don't have enough power and we're screwing over the environment. It's like, oh, so he's the villain. Why else would they give this pointless character this long speech? And then it doesn't come up again until the fucking end of the game when he interrupts the championship at the last battle. You go to handle it. You fight your way to him, and when you get there, it's like, oh, okay, the situation's already been sorted. Okay, go finish your tournament, and it's never a problem. You just fight one legendary, and it's all said and done, and it's like, what the fuck? They didn't, it's not a reveal that there's the villains. It's oh, here's the villains, okay, sorted, done, okay, boo. The game didn't want to take its time, or it didn't pace its story. It crammed the entire story into literally the very end. Even the post-game has, like, is the same way, where the post-game is, like, so minuscule compared to the rest of the series. But anyway, what were you gonna say? Or, hand. I'll let you go, Zed, first. Let me read the description of this guy so I can start putting the next one in.
Okay.
They are amongst the most skilled fighters in the world. It is said that they are fast enough to break Mach speed and strong enough to cause earthquakes with their hits. Anyway, go ahead with what you wanted to say. Sorry for interrupting.
One of my favorite parts of playing Pokemon games, like by myself, is yelling at the game by like getting mad and yelling at the game. Because okay, as much as I like sweeping entire gyms and stuff, at some point it just becomes like, okay, sweep, sweep, sweep. That's not fun. What is fun is going on to the route to the next gym, having like 2 dead Pokemon, and being challenged by a little youngster, and yelling at my screen and telling that little kid that I'm the main character, not him.
Exactly.
He's just a stupid little extra that I'm going to sweep up. And another thing is, a lot of the rivals in the past, even if they're friendly, there's still a sense of competition.
Yeah, and there's like a sense, they are like, hey, let's see who's the strongest here. Let's see if we can beat each other. You know, they get a little bit, they're like, when they lose, they're like, shucks, man, I'll have to try harder next time. Like, God, that was good. You did a good job there. Like, and like, you boiled down a really good point. An important part for a game to be fun is for it to be moderately difficult. I'm not saying every game needs to be Dark Souls, but if every game has no failure state, then it's not, there's no challenge, and there's nothing, like, it's not as fun. And like, you know, there's not a there is a failure state in Pokemon of blacking out, but it's so improbable to occur, it might as well not be there. This is fantastic for really young kids getting introduced, but like, for the long-term fans who've been playing this game for years, or hell, for even their target age demographic of 10 to 12, this is too easy, I'd say, even for a 10 to 12-year-old. Sword and Shield is so easy, you could probably give it to a 5-year-old and they just be mashing buttons and do it.
Well, I mean, that's the intended audience.
The intended audience is 10-year-olds. Not
Is
like
it?
10
I
and
don't know.
12. Because that's why your character
they-
is always 10. The target audience
Yeah.
of Pokemon has always been 10 to 12 years old, with the post-game
Yeah.
focusing on the people who have been invested longer. But this game, even all the way up to the post-game, is just like, you don't ever need to pick which Pokemon you're using. You don't need to be careful with your weapons. You can just, or your attacks, you can just mash attack, mash attack, mash attack, and it gives you so many rare candies after every fight that you don't even need to grind. You just feed your Pokemon the candies.
Oh my God.
The game constantly gives you rare candies. You know, this thing that used to be a rare, unique item to find at the end of a tough dungeon to level up one of your Pokemon instantly.
Yeah.
And now they just keep throwing them at you because they created like a stack of variants of them, so that they could give ones of different degrees of
Not
strength.
rare.
Yeah.
Not rare anymore. And one thing I will say, I would like to see rivals like healing your Pokemon after like a fight, because it's the most annoying thing to be done with a gym. Heal up like all your dead Pokemon and be like, okay, on to my next adventure.
Then get your
Only for your rival.
again and have to
like
heal
even if
again.
you beat them, you have to go back and heal. Like, you are wasting my time. You
Mhm.
are taking a chunk out of my day. So get your little ass back here, Bianca, and
Well, that's what
heal my
rivals
damn
are, Zed.
Pokemon. Like,
Buddy,
don't play. What?
that's what rivals are. They
They're
take time out of
people-
your day.
yeah.
That's why they're rivals.
All right, and real
Okay.
quick, the description. I want to read the description of this guy so I can do next. They're incredibly strong, with punches and kicks strong enough to stop race cars.
Is it like the reverse of the one before it?
Yeah. I'm trying. The description is me trying to capture just like the stupid, cheesy descriptions that they give in the Pokedex. Anyway, carry on.
Descriptions, and then there's Gardevoir, who can make black holes.
Yep.
That one's still very wild to me. Like, I love it. I love it a lot. So derpy. How come you aren't keeping like the shiny versions?
Cause I'm not even sure if I'm gonna have space for all of them in the non-shiny, like without using the shiny.
Oh, okay, that's fair. But I understand that rivals are supposed to like
Real quick,
take time out of your day.
they
Yeah,
grow
yeah.
soft, bitter, extremely poisonous berries from the top of their head. They will often remain motionless for days at a time, waiting for some unwilling prey to eat their berries.
Ooh, you're going for one of the dark ones. Okay.
Oh yes,
like a
I'm familiar
carnivorous
with Chris Hansen.
Damn.
Oh no! Now imagining Chris Hansen sitting motionless. Come, eat my bitter berries.
Oh no.
You see, people call you Chris Hansen, but I call you Chris Handsome.
Hmm? Came here for some man booty. I didn't come here for no
Man.
boy booty. I came here for man booty.
But like,
Well, that's absolutely terrible. Like nothing about that is decent in any way.
What the thing
What?
I have here?
Yeah, like it doesn't.
Oh yeah, yeah.
it's so.
So, for context,
Oh, the worst one I've seen so
Another
far.
I
snivy
did.
Chart,
Oh no, let me
sorry.
show you the worst one. Charizard Snivy. Charizard Snivy.
That looks more normal than whatever the hell the other one is.
So for context, some of these I did purposefully go lean into making them look bad, like this one. But I
I
made
can
one.
literally hear its screams of pain.
Hang on. But
Just
God, it's
it's in
3:30 in the morning.
vicious
I
pain.
can't be yelling. But
it's not my fault. I didn't make you yell.
I made one of these every single day. Like when I was doing this, I did one a day consistently. That was what I was doing. Just as like to give my. This is when I was out of high school, didn't have any friends to hang out with, wasn't able to DM anything. I had no creative outlet, so I made a creative outlet. So some are definitely shittier than others.
Let's see.
Real quick, its
What's its
description.
Pokédex entry?
When chased by predators that are capable of... When they're chased by predators, they are capable of absorbing the tendrils and moving on land, using their nibs like small feet.
That's cute, but also terrifying. Imagine if real jellyfish could do that.
And just
Imagine if real jellyfish could fly.
sexy.
No. But, actually, there's actually this, like, cryptid called, like, I think, like, atmospheric jellyfish, and their whole
Oh, I know
concept is
about that.
just,
Flying
yeah,
jellyfish.
yeah. Oh my god, it's God himself. It's Lord Helix.
They latch onto a host's head, controlling the mind by stimulating the release of dopamine and making the host want to care for and protect it.
Why he built like a Power Ranger sperm? Sentai sperm. Sentai sperm. Yeah.
Sentaspermia.
Like, you can't tell me he's not built like that.
He's
Look
just
at
built
him.
different. Coochie man. Built different.
You want to know what trend on TikTok that I kind of want to do with other people?
What?
It's called like the Coochie rhyming game, where you do like two sets. It's like, let me think of a good example.
Rah rah, Coochie man, Russia's greatest love machine.
Uh, Coochie likes lotion, Coochie moisturizes, and then someone would have to like rhyme like the last one, like the second part that you did. So, what rhymes with moisturize? Like, Coochie likes lotion, Coochie moisturizes.
The two large hands on its shoulders are actually parasites that control its other limbs. Despite this, the base life form seems quite happy with its situation.
Bro, he's thick. He built like a himbo. Look at him.
Would you fuck this Pokemon, Zed?
No, definitely not.
Why not?
I don't know. We are not touching
I thought you
that.
liked Himbos.
No. What?
You like your big
What?
beefy
No.
men, don't you?
I'm not that into kind idiots. I'm more into Tsunderes, not gonna lie.
So sleepy.
No, he has a girlfriend, so no. Also, this design is just godly. Look at him.
If the gem on its chest were to ever break, it would lose the ability to hold its form. Also,
Oh,
God,
that's
again,
kinda sad.
this is another one full of horrible misspells in its original version.
Ah, I see. I see.
Again, a lot of these were
I
made
see.
like at night, and like I made the dex description right before posting it.
Ah,
This next one I love. In fact, this one might be my favorite.
it's got them DSLs.
Look at it. It's I love it.
I know, it's so adorable. It's like one of those like designs that it's weirdly adorable. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like how Warframe, despite most of the frames having like this
So
asymmetry and like, yeah.
I have a word for how I love that my like for that aesthetic, and I call it smexy. Smexy like a skexy. Like Skeksis from Dark Crystal. They are horrendously hideous creatures, but there's something beautiful about them because of how horribly, horrendously hideous. And that's the way I feel about Warframe. They're so
Warframe,
gross and chincinous, but there's a beauty in that.
It's so cool at the same time. And I'm a person who likes symmetry, but Warframe has kind of made me realize that you can do wonderful things with asymmetry if you incorporate it correctly. Because my favorite Warframe is Banshee. She has a huge fuck off shoulder on one side, and yet the design's still great. I love that. and it carries over to like a lot of her other variants and costumes.
Ancient soldiers would ride this titanic creature into battle. In modern times, many trainers capture and train them to use as personal transport across land and sea.
Ooh. Imagine like Atlantis riding at you with that.
Ooh, and real quick, this next one marks, I'm just going to show, another shift in how I did my things aesthetically. Ooh, where they started having this layout for their whole Dex thing. But anyway. What were you saying?
What's it called? Like, Warframe achieved something that at that point I didn't really think worked, but now it's kind of opened me up, and I'm like,
I'll open you up if you know what I'm saying.
No. How can I put asymmetry in the things I make while still keeping it feeling nice and beautiful?
Well, for one thing, make sure the asymmetry doesn't disbalance it.
Yeah, that's one thing for sure.
They're said to be as fast as lightning
and You okay?
I have no idea what I was trying to write here. Hold on. God, I did not. Again, made a lot of these late at night back in the day. They're said to be as fast as lightning and fierce as a raging fire. In reality, they are actually quite kind to those they befriend. It's a what?
Pokemon related question for you. What are your favorite Pokemon types? Like, if you had to pick 2 types to put into a Pokemon, what would they be?
Oh, God, I don't know.
Oh.
Normal and dark. I'm kidding. Oh no, fighting and dark. Those are the ones that I can't. Oh no, can't. Is there a fighting dark? There is fighting dark. Never mind. Hang on. I'm trying to think of what I would actually do. Dragon fairy. Actually, a dragon fairy would be really cool.
Yeah, I think it's that fluffy blue one, Swablu, whatever. It turns into a dragon fairy, or at least the mega evolution of it.
Oh, I love this one. Yeah, look at this boy.
Actually, really clever. He reminds me of a toy I had once where it was literally just a smiley face with like 4 limbs, but the limbs were like put on like ballpoints. So like, it reminds me of that. That's actually a really nice one. What's its whole?
It's actually a colony of small worm-like creatures who work in tandem to control a large stone suit.
Ooh, okay. I like the idea of hive mind colony shit. But my 2 favorite types are fairy and psychic. I'm kind of conflicted because fairy, although I like the idea behind it, a lot of the fairy designs aren't something I'm a particular fan of because they're a lot of the more modern ones seem to like it's called fairy. It's gonna be cute, but like it's like there's a lot of pink and white to the point where I'm like, maybe this isn't for me. Because like I like a lot of the fairy type moves.
Oh, so real quick.
Like Dazzle and Gleam. Yeah.
This one's named Slowdoof. They are incredibly stupid. They have been seen walking into large bodies of water and mouse and drowning themselves for no known reason.
Okay, its face looks like it could be an emo. Like, look at him. He's beautiful. He's absolutely adorable.
He's cute.
But the reason I like Psychic the most is because it accomplishes a lot of things that I want. You know what I mean? Because before Fairy, I would say that Psychic felt like the most mystical one compared to everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And like, but before I realized my love for Psychic, my favorite typing was Grass because I just like the idea of like plant yeeting at you and stuff like that. My favorite Pokemon, one of my most favorite Pokemon to this day is Budew, which it's an adorable. Something
Oh,
I've
hang on, real
noticed
quick.
is yeah.
They
Hmm?
use their mustaches like hands to carry things. This guy.
Is that is that
Is that a what?
is that is that literally it for its description?
Yep.
Oh wow, so it's
Oh god.
it's, it's a wonderful mustache though.
Look at him. Look at this
Oh,
fusion.
like Poplio, but not. I love it. Look at it. It's adorable. It's,
I'm
it's
so
like a
prim
little
and proper.
clown.
Hmm. Hmm. Man, so
Villager.
if I could like
Yeah.
sorry, you finished what you were saying before.
What was I saying before?
Talking about your favorite Pokemon, how it used to be grass.
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to like grass because I really liked the idea of drain moves, like dealing damage and healing from it. My favorite moves were always like Leech Seed, Giga Drain, Mega Drain. I also like Grass Whistle because in the Pokemon Battle Revolution Wii game, my favorite strategy was to put Leech Seed on the enemy, then use Grass Whistle and just drain their health over time, slowly,
Mm-hmm.
while also maybe using like Giga Drain. I think what really sold me on grass types was the animation that they used in Pokemon Battle Revolution.
And real
Because,
quick, this incredibly
yeah,
rare Pokemon is said to bring great luck to those who find one.
a lucky Pokemon. But in that game, the drain moves basically looked like these grass blades coming out of the enemy along with like some energy swirls, and then it went into you and it had the classic like um sound effect when you heal and you like there was the sparkles. I loved it so much, which is why I used to like grass. But now the reason why I like psychic is because of one particular move called future sight, where it basically just make prepares an attack that will happen in like 3 turns. And I
Mm-hmm.
like that. That's actually really cool. But what were you gonna say after me?
I was gonna say like I've thought a lot about like if I were to make a Pokemon game, there's one big
Mhm.
thing I would want. The gyms can be done in any order with their difficulty being
Oh
decided by
yeah.
how many badges you have. So the
Yeah,
first gym
'cause
you go to, he only uses 3 Pokemon. He's his strongest and his 2 weakest. The
mm,
next one does the same, and then the one after that will use 4 Pokemon. Then
and
5, then 5 again,
you know,
and then the rest use 6 after that.
yeah, one thing that that's kind of bothered me is how some gyms seem so weak sauce compared to others that it doesn't
Although,
even feel
uh,
like.
there is an explanation given in Pokemon Origins. In Pokemon
Mm,
Origins, the anime adaptation of the first game, like it's like a
mm,
movie that's just supposed to be the story of the first game as it is told in the game. Um, the Red arrives at Brock's gym, and he asks, "How many badges do you have?" And he's like, "Oh, this is my first gym." "Oh, then I'll be sure to only use my weakest Pokemon." And he opens up a box with 12 Pokeballs.
oh, okay.
That
That
makes
explains a lot.
so much sense. Also, they're
Yeah.
capable of it. So this guy, Weed Pokemon McGee, they're capable of
Oh,
channeling the powers of nature through the leaves they hold.
trying so hard not to make a certain joke.
420?
Yeah.
420 Blazer.
What did you combine him with? Like it was
Snivy.
Alakazam and like
Alakazam and Snivy was the request.
oh I totally thought it was like Shiftry. Oh my god, what is that?
Bunyari and Tortuga. They are found deep under the ocean. According to old wives' tales, they protect an ancient sunken city from intruders.
Okay, that really reminds me of Japan's version of the mermaid called a Ningyo, which it
Well, and then Yo-Yo.
no. You know how mermaids are usually depicted as like beautiful women with like the bottom half of like, a fish, but they're still beautiful?
Mm-hmm.
Ninyos are still
But
very
everybody
much the
overlooks the
same,
fact
except
that you can't actually fuck them because they don't got a pussy. I'm sorry.
okay.
That's
But,
why, for me, the
what
ideal woman is a reverse mermaid. Can't talk back, and you can't complain about her pussy smell because she always smells like fit.
no, we're not doing this. Anyway, Ninyos look more like monkeys, like actual monkeys. It's kind of terrifying, but at the same time, apparently, if you eat the flesh of a Ninyo, you can become immortal. And there was this one legend about a figure named Yao Bikuni who, as a little girl, ended up eating the flesh of a mermaid, and she still ended up growing to like adulthood, but after that, she never stopped aging. What is that? Is
It's
that Klefki and Garbodor?
Yep. This race of horrid
Oh my god.
beasts made of scrap metal are capable of constructing themselves through static electricity.
Okay, I don't care what anyone says. I will literally defend Klefki's design to the
Oh, I
death.
love him. And there's
Same
definitely
thing with
shittier
like,
designs.
yeah, same thing with like the flower wreath Pokemon thing from Alola. Like, how are you gonna go through a region like that without having that Pokemon? Like,
Exactly.
that seems like a no-brainer. Like, I also love the ice cream Pokemon. Yeah, its design is kind of boring, but it's still cute. Look at him. He's adorable. Vanillite is one of my favorite Pokemon because it's ice cream. And it's not like it's the first time we've had food-themed Pokemon anyway. So,
Mm-hmm.
and plus, like, one Pokemon I really hate, or two Pokemon that I really hate are Voltorb and Electrodes, because they're just Pokeballs with
Yeah, anytime
faces on
somebody
them.
tries to say that new Pokemon has lazy designs, I point at that.
Like, if you want to make comparisons to Digimon, sure, but lazy, like, I can understand the designs not appealing to certain people, but like, they didn't just, you know, like, it was more than a face slapped on a Pokeball.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is this?
Uh,
Also, you didn't.
hmm?
Actually, no, wait, you did read the thing. Never mind. What is this?
Mechalashvini. A fusion of Mew, Celebi, Jirachi, Fione, and Victini.
I thought you used Ninjask, that one Pokemon that only has like one hit point.
It is said to be a guardian angel which descends from the heavens to heal Pokemon who have fainted in the wild.
Oh. I always wonder what happens to Pokemon who have fainted in the
They
wild.
fucking die.
Oh, I
Listen,
see.
Pokemon eat Pokemon. There's not a doubt in my mind that unless that Pokemon is the
Yeah.
apex predator of its region, it just gets eaten and dies when you leave it there.
Okay, it seems like when they're with trainers, though, like that whole predator-prey relationship just disappears and
It's the
suddenly
same
they're all
reason.
like buddy
It's the
buddy.
same reason you can have a pet dog and a pet cat. Or hell, you can have a pet
So,
hamster and a pet cat without problem.
I see, I see. That's how it works.
We
And then
we
there's some
domesticated
Pokemon
them.
that seem What?
You domesticate and train them.
Mm. I guess Pokemon's a world where it would be equivalent to like if you could domesticate every animal on Earth, even like
Also, there's a subtle implication that the Pokeball is why they can do this.
oh, I see. I really want to see like the science behind Pokeballs because it seems
There is no science.
okay, that's
They're
another
made
cursed
from
design
fucking
Ollie.
acorns. Pokeballs are made from fucking acorns. Okay, there is no science. It's
Wait, they're
all
made from
magic.
acorns?
They're made from apricot seeds. Not like the
What the
fruit
heck?
apricot, but like there's a seed in this series called apricot seeds that Pokeballs are made from. Uh,
Huh.
it mesmerizes other Pokemon with its dancing. Once they are distracted, it proceeds to seal them within a psychic bubble.
That's another cursed
And guys,
design like you're
we are
got
on
using.
to 150.
Ooh, one more?
Number 150.
Oh. Okay, now that design's actually pretty badass.
Because they live at the summits of volcanoes, ancient culture believed that they were the guard dogs to the nether realm, preventing souls or evil souls from escaping their prison.
Okay, can I talk about the concept of like netherworld for a moment? Because like
That's my favorite part of Minecraft.
in Minecraft, it's like hell, right? You know, lava.
It did not take primary inspiration from Hell. It took primary inspiration from the works of H.P. Lovecraft and some of the alternate dimensions he described.
Hmm.
A thing which I think is important to note because that contextualizes the Nether Updates edition of these weird mushroom forests a lot better. They wanted to make it feel less
Okay,
like a
that's
hell and more like a Lovecraftian world, and that's why a lot of the creatures there's a reason there's no demon entities in Hell. It's all weird tentacle monsters and pig people.
Okay, that's fair. But a lot of times when I see depictions of anything that is called another world in any form of media, it's usually there's fire, dark colors, stuff like that. But you know that bullet hell series I talk a lot about, Toho?
Yeah.
Its netherworld
Real
is
quick,
an
I
yeah.
fused the Elite Four.
You fuse the Elite Four?
Yeah. To celebrate the fact that I'd gotten through 150, I fused the Elite Four.
That's actually pretty cool. I get
I'm not gonna include it on here though.
oh, okay. But in
Uh,
Toho, its nether yeah.
yeah. So real quick,
Yeah.
ready for number 151?
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, I guess I never did make a higher resolution. This is 151, Jiggly Man.
Did you just combine Batman with Jigglypuff?
Yes, you see there's an old 4Kids TV ad, which has Batman singing the Jigglypuff song to Robin to help him get to sleep.
I'm gonna touch Four Kids in a moment after I talk about the depiction of the Netherworld in Toho, but in
I'm gonna
Toho,
touch upon
it
your
has
netherworld
no.
using my
There's a,
Toho.
no. There's a lot of spirits, right? And it's like this. It's just a place
Real
with
quick,
cherry blossoms.
that's
Yeah.
151 Pokemon right there. That's a whole gen worth of Pokemon.
Yes, that's nice. Now I'm going to talk about Four Kids. What kind of stuff is like Four Kids like? I always hear Four Kids get made fun of for their English dub of like animes and just
Yeah.
shows that originate in Japan. Like I thought the Kirby anime was pretty well done. However, it sounds like Four Kids has some sort of problem.
They had a tendency to Americanize the show they streamed. The biggest example being
Oh,
Brock's Jelly Donuts. Brock in the Pokemon anime constantly made rice balls. And they all ate rice balls. But you can't have kids seeing other culture, because that's the state America was in at the time. So no, every time they ate one, they'd go, "I love jelly donuts." They also took a lot of very not kid-targeted anime and made it kid-targeted by heavily editing and censoring. Some examples being removing a lesbian relationship from Sailor Moon, removing any reference to smoking or drinking from One Piece, removing all swearing in One Piece, removing all moments of dismemberment from One Piece, removing any moments of people getting shot or cut in One Piece, replacing it with them just getting whacked. For example, the guy who wields 3 swords, he keeps the sheaths on them at all times in the 4Kids dub, if I recall correctly.
How do they get through, like, being able to edit all that?
They worked their people like dogs. Anyway, here's the physical embodiment of what a Karen would what a Karen would look like if they looked like how their personality was.
It would have a bitchier face, though.
They feed on decaying plant matter. The slime they produce is filled with nutrients that new plants use to grow.
I will say, though, on the topic of Karens, I understand it's supposed to be a joke, and it's supposed to be synonymous with, like, bitchy, middle-aged white women who are over-entitled, but, like, it's starting to become a thing where people seem like they're starting to misuse it for just
anyone they don't agree with.
Yeah, just any woman who stands up for themselves, which I don't like the fact that it's heading in that direction.
Sadly,
because, like,
anything is going to be used like that, and I hate it.
Yeah,
I still think it's a fantastic word to describe assholes, but also,
but, like,
at this point in time, I'd actually gone back and redid this old one.
Ooh, nice.
I changed up the size of his body a little bit, changed his color scheme. So just carefully slot him in on top.
That's actually really nice that you went back and, like, redid it.
And then here's his evolved form redone.
Ooh.
Which, nowadays, again, I think I would redo him a little differently. Still. I think I would, change up the shape of the head a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Adorable-ish.
Oh, what, are you looking in the mirror?
No. God. But, like, I feel like it's kind of like the word hate, with how it's supposed to be a strong word, but now
it's not used as a
just
strong word.
What?
It's not used as a strong word.
Yeah, it's now it's more, its meaning has been watered down, and I feel like people are kind of doing the same thing to Karen, but rather instead of it use
these guys now have descriptions. So the first evolution, they use their powerful tongues to lick the meat straight off bones, the bones of their prey, then proceed to use the bones as weapons and armor. And the next one, its saliva produces a sweet scent to draw in prey. When they get close, it wraps its prey in its tongue and swallows them whole, then spits up the bones to use as a disguise.
Not gonna lie, I imagine those entries being read by, like, David Attenborough, because I was like, that's an Animal Planet fucking description right there. Like,
this guy got a redo.
Ooh.
Literally all I really did was bring in a little bit more Squirtle color in the head.
It looks like Aang. No, wait, there's no arrow on the for it. I'm dumb. But
you're not dumb. It does have an Aang-y look to it with the color blue on the forehead.
Yeah, but
it absorbs sunlight through the bulb on its back in order to keep the flame alight. It also stores liquid behind its armored belly for if it ever sets its own bulb on fire.
3-in-1 Pokemon. Nice. But I feel like in the case with the name or the term Karen, instead of it being watered down, it's more like people are using it on situations that don't have the full
like the subreddit for that where the people posted it is just garbage now if you go to it, because like, again, people will post any woman that shows any monochrome of self-confidence has a Karen.
Yeah, but like they're missing the whole self-entitled part,
Mm-hmm.
which that becomes a problem in modern society because whenever people take a term and start misusing, like
It becomes to a misinterpretation, and then people who use it correctly get treated lumped in with the people who are using incorrectly, etc., etc.
yeah, it the term Karen, at first I was like, finally, we have a word for that. But now I'm like, okay, you guys need to stop. Like, go home. Like, I get that you know, you all have gone through a lot
All right,
working
real
with,
quick.
yeah.
A passionate
Mhm.
fire burns within its heart. The more passionate it feels, the stronger the fire on its tails and ears become. On its tail and ears become.
Uh, wh- The one in the middle is my favorite, like, version of it because it has a really nice color scheme. But,
And then here's the
I
redo of the
understand.
last one.
Ooh, I understand that people need a way to like vent their feelings and creating like personifying a person that everyone has met before into a word. While that's good, I feel like people are overusing it.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. I like this version of it better because it's got like more squirtly. Or yeah, I can't word.
I know what you mean. The color change is where it lies.
Yeah, the color change makes it feel more like you've incorporated more of the other designs in it, which I love.
How many people are still even at the stream? Literally just moderators. Oh wait, I haven't been paying attention to.
Sorry, I
Alright.
haven't been paying attention to chat either. I'm sorry.
So, I'm sorry. I'm
See,
sorry, Orm. Hang on. Some. Okay. Right. I'm so sorry I haven't been acknowledging Arm. We've been caught up in our conversation.
yeah, I accidentally opened Discord this entire time, so I haven't been paying attention to stream. Sorry, I know dead.
Pep. I know about the lasso tool. This is honestly easier than the lasso tool. Doing what
You're
I'm doing
doing it
right
with the
now.
mouse, or
The lasso tool lets you draw a line for cutting things out, but I prefer it like this.
oh, I'm just telling you to go to
Oh,
bed.
I know. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I think she's mad at me for staying up late. Oh, did I cut off part of Mew?
oh.
Oh no, I didn't. That's just how his tail looked.
I like it.
I want to see if I can finish this. Arm, my hug.
I should definitely finish up what I'm doing as well and get to bed because
Mm,
I I need to I need to start going ham on these exercises and stuff like that because um it's a couple weeks away. So
yeah.
and like if I fail, I'm gonna feel like a failure to all of democracy. So let's not do
Don't
that.
worry, democracy's already fallen apart, or American democracy already fell apart years ago. You're not failing it, it's failing you. So,
I'm still just gonna feel like a failure to the country. So what the fuck is that?
It feels such intense rage that its anger radiates off in the form of psychic waves. The waves induce anger in those around it. It is only happy when it sees others angry.
Is it just me, or is there a part of my hand that feels like it's weirdly bulbous?
I was gonna make
Yeah,
a really bad joke.
can I give you like an anime recommendation?
Give a what?
An anime recommendation. Also, Arm
Go
says
ahead.
that she's got college stuff and that your fusion Pokemons look great.
Thank you, Orm.
Also, it's like near the palm, towards like the thumb, but near the wrist, and like it looks normal on my other hand, but on my right hand, it. Why is the right side of my body just out at me? Like my right ankle hurts, the right side of my back hurts. My right hand was the one that was killing me when both my wrists were hurting. Like, I, mm, I really want to go into a doctor just to see what's wrong with
I
the
mean,
right side of my
isn't the Navy
body.
gonna give you a medical checkup?
They should,
Right Wing's
except
fault.
thing is,
Orm says it's the
the
fault
thing
of the
about
right
them
wing.
is like
Go ahead.
I if I'm gonna find out about like something being wrong with the right side of my body or whatever, I want it to be through a normal doctor rather than the people for like military stuff. I don't know why. It's just because like they check things that will rule out like you being um
A soldier.
yeah. For me, I'd rather go to a normal doctor because if
They
I'm
check
at
for things that
Met,
are bad for your life.
yeah, if I'm at Met,
Talking about your medical history on a live stream.
I'm not. It's more so just some things I'm concerned about, but as they said, like if there's no medical record of it, then it didn't happen. So it's like, and I'm sure it's just like, you know, I'm 19 now. My body's probably starting to gear up
Die.
to, yeah, slow down. So, but,
Well, if I
Buddy,
recall correctly, it's either 23 or 28 where your body begins the process of dying.
but like, I don't know.
humans weren't supposed to live past like 25.
Yeah,
It's more so humans weren't supposed to live past like 40.
or, that's
Yeah,
fair.
give or take.
But,
Well, interesting fact: the life expectancy in Cambodia is like 18,
jeez,
or it was back in like the 80s or something like that.
jeez. But,
Asterisk needed.
what's it called? Like, I think the reason why I'd rather
Or hold on, real
find
fast.
out.
I'm just gonna read
Yeah.
this guy.
Okay.
They're capable of channeling their psychic energies in the form of hands. Some have been known to manifest up to 100 hands at once. Though this is extremely tiring. God, I could not spell.
Mm.
Carry on.
But the reason I guess the reason why I want to find out from like a normal doctor is because I have to go so far just to get to like the medical facility where they do the tests in like the Navy. So like if I could at least be near my house, that would make me feel a lot better because it still would have been felt like the last year was like a waste of my life.
But you'd at least
But
have all your friends and family to fall back on.
yeah, and I wouldn't have to like wait forever just to get back.
Good
Like
pep.
I I do really hope that I don't have any sort of like condition because like it'd be heartbreaking because I like
Well, either way, we'd be here for you, Zed.
well, thank you, but like I pinned it all on I don't want to make my parents have to pay for all of my college and also something to fall back on in case I ever get like seriously injured and my medical bill becomes something insurmountable. I want to have something that can help me with that. And that's what the Navy was for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's something in an ideal world, I would have never considered it at all. But due to the conditions of 2020, I was like, I should have the foresight to make the right choice for my future.
Mm-hmm.
And like, while I don't want to have my parents paying for like all my college, they seem rather willing. They even seem like insistent on it, which is something I didn't expect, but like what's it called? I'm oversharing on a stream. I'm gonna stop now.
Oh, sorry.
I was about to say.
I hold.
No, I was
It's
saying that protect him because I'm like, you don't want to say anything that's too personal on a live stream that people can come back and look at any time.
mm,
That's why I tried saying that earlier.
uh anyway, they feel
Yeah,
nothing
my
but
bad.
rage. They're constantly
Great
looking for
segue, Ulrich.
I'm reading the dex entry. They're constant. Also, every time it says they, I say they. I had to accidentally put the word that because I was stupid. They feel nothing but
Mhm.
rage. They're constantly looking for something to take their anger out on. But oh, hang on. They're constantly looking for something to take out their anger on by filling others' minds with its own anger.
Also, I have a question, Ollie.
What's up?
For the VOD, would you be able to like cut out the whole me oversharing part? Because
It's
I
not a live stream.
uh,
You can
dang.
delete the whole live stream later.
I also want to say backups of all the streams to YouTube though.
Well, then you can do that for YouTube. But I'm just saying, if it's going to stay on Switch, it's going to stay on Twitch.
I think
All
it's
right,
gonna
that's
be
fair.
hard. I Pep. I'm sorry,
That's
Zed.
all right then.
I mean, I don't
I
think you
tried
want.
Okay.
stopping it.
I don't think you went anywhere too personal.
No, I don't think so either. You just cared
I, I
You
some
shared the
concern. That was
same
just
genuine human emotions that everyone feels.
yeah,
I
but
don't
this.
have emotion.
Do you want some honesty, Wilhelm?
Oh no.
You seem like you'd be the dad in like the typical, oh, I'm a deadbeat dad that's trying to get back in contact with his kids. And you
Oh,
seem like you would have tried to get back in contact with one of the kids and you show up to their birthday, but let's say they came out as like trans or something. You prioritizing your want to be right, you start asking things that make them uncomfortable, and then they cut them out of your life again. And then it all ends like a happy little family movie once you go through a crazy adventure to give them like a nice party or try and understand them. Also,
oh.
I
I think he's
imagine
more
you
emotionally put
look
together than that.
I also imagine you like looking like Adam Sandler in this situation for whatever reason. Like
I always picture him like an older brother,
specifically
even
like
though he's younger than me.
yeah.
Probably because he's so much
I'm
bigger than me.
of me or high of me? It's hard to tell that.
What?
It's hard to tell if you. It's hard to tell if you think saying I think high of you or low of you.
With what?
With what you just said.
Yeah. It's hard to tell if what you said is an insult or a compliment, is what he's saying.
It's like an analysis of your character, more so. Because I do notice that, like,
Their antennae act as lightning rods to draw in electricity. They then release the energy through their blades when in combat.
nice segue, Ollie. 10 out of 10. No, but like, you seem to like, when it comes to like certain issues, you take a very logical stance on it, but at the same time, you don't want to be an asshole. So I feel like if you were put into that situation by your child, you would eventually give in to prioritizing being a supportive parent.
The health of the child over the. Yes, I imagine as a parent, I would prioritize the health of my child over
Needing
over
to feel
being right.
Well, there's a lot of parents who don't, though.
Yeah. And the reason
why would I be a deadbeat dad? That's the thing that got me.
Maybe not deadbeat, but more like Adam Sandler character vibes, if you know what I mean.
Oh, look, he touched my hiney. Like that? Or is it more like, trying to think.
More like the
Since
dad
prehistoric times, this terrifying reptile has been praised as king of the predators.
You're
Chris Hansen has something to say about that.
No, it's more like
It's every single Digimon character right there.
it's more like Wilhelm. It's more like the character that people set up as main characters that end up being kind of idiots that put themselves in the
This just
situation
keeps becoming
that they're
insults, Zed.
Well, yeah, I don't know what to
Sorry,
think.
I'm so sorry.
I'm like, am I getting complimented?
You're trying to be less insulting, but you're just making it more when you never meant to be insulting to begin with.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Okay,
He is trying to be insulting.
but it's also
They
like
were once believed to be evil entities sent from the afterlife to slay evildoers.
Said, let me give you a rundown of what you just told me.
yeah.
You know, I think you're a piece of shit, but the end of it, I think you could do okay things.
No, it's more like I feel like you would end up like having a lapse of judgment that ends up putting you into a worse situation than before, but still being able to like pull through when you realize your mistakes. Because if there's
Sorry, I'm just gonna say, this is a redo of a fusion that I previously did, because the person specifically asked me to change which one I used as the base Pokemon.
Ooh, okay. What is it?
So it's the Gen 3 Final Evolution, but with Chikorita's line used as the base.
I like that. But
Ooh, is that the porcupine one?
Hang on, here's the source
Chikorita
ones.
or Typhlosion?
What?
There's all the source sprites.
Typhlosion.
It's the little porcupine one.
I think he's supposed to be like, no, he's talking about Cyndaquil's line.
Cyndaquil, yeah, there we go. Cyndaquil is my favorite Pokemon.
I think there's supposed to be like
Typhlosion
a badger type thing or something. I don't know.
I thought Cyndaquil was a mouse. Like everyone's always told me it was like some sort of mouse, and I kind of just went with it.
I mean, it's in the general family. It's a mammalian.
But as I was saying, Wilhelm, like
yeah.
As I was insulting Wilhelm.
You seem like the type of person who overwrites your blunders and misjudgments with corrections. If that makes sense.
You mean like you're doing, Zed?
I haven't.
I'm not good. I'm not good at overriding my corrections.
Ancient
I
bones
I
indicate
came
that the
into-
ancestors of this
I
fire
came in here to be like,
lizards...
man, just say me. I came back on to be like, hey, be careful you don't say too much stuff, or else you might regret it.
And
And then he insults me. And then he starts telling me I'd be a terrible person.
I'm not saying you'd be a terrible person. I'm saying that you would make mistakes that would put you into situations that seem reminiscent of those feel-good family movies about like the idiot father who
So you're calling him an
got
idiot?
I'm an idiot?
I mean, you've already called yourself an idiot before, haven't
Hey,
you?
self-deprecating humor. Just because I say it doesn't mean you can say it.
Ancient bones indicate that the ancestors of these fire-breathing lizards stood over 50 feet tall.
You are one of the people that I would describe as simultaneously the biggest idiot I've met, while also being one of the smartest and most reasonable people I've met. You
I
are.
do not know a lot of people who would call me reasonable.
You are a person
You're
who.
very reasonable, Wilhelm.
Yeah, you are a person who I simultaneously go to for advice, while also laughing at you for any decision you make
God.
in any sort of situation.
Again, I feel like you're trying to be
insult.
complimenting.
Hey,
Don't worry, I kind
Just
of
so
have
you
an
know,
eye for an eye rule for insults, so you can insult me back. I don't care.
that's not true.
I'm
Seth.
eating cheesecake.
I can't insult you.
No,
I make you sad.
I really don't. Okay, I make myself sad too. Join the damn party.
We can't insult you, Zed. We can only criticize you.
Speaking of
Why is it-
funerals,
They feed
so
on
I was at my
bad...
mom's funeral.
Oh.
So I was at my mom's funeral, and something to know about my mom: she absolutely hated my dad. Right, like 2 weeks prior to my mom's funeral, was my dad died, and we got him cremated as was his wishes, and so I wasn't around for when all that stuff happened, so I don't know what had happened to his jug.
His jug.
Yeah, whatever like old coffee grounds container they decided to put him in.
Is this the fucking
And-
Big Lebowski?
Yeah, pretty much. So I was talking, and like my mom absolutely hated my dad, and like she would not let him in the house, and didn't want him anywhere near like the family like cabin or the farm or whatever nonsense, because she hated them that much. But everyone else in the family loved my dad. Just my mom didn't like him.
Mm-hmm.
So at the funeral, they're lowering down the casket, and I turn to walk away, and my sister pulls me aside along my other sibling, and she's chuckling to herself. And she goes, I can officially say that Dad has attended Mom's funeral. And I was like, what? So, yep, Dad is here. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, he's in the trunk. And I'm like, oh my god. And I looked back at the casket to make sure it wasn't like spinning 360 degrees rapidly. My mom would roll in her grave if my dad came to the funeral. She would.
No, you know what you should have done? You should have put a few of the ashes in the fucking
That's
coffin
what we
with
said
her.
after.
Oh, no.
That's what we said later. And I'm
My
like,
guy,
they really would
this-
have been off.
I don't mean to insult you again, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. you, you will be the person
It's
I didn't
4:30
do
in the
anything.
morning.
in a
I wasn't
situation where
I
you're
wasn't
the
even alive.
protagonist of a scary movie. This is how you get your ass haunted. My guy.
I didn't do anything. I wasn't even one who made the joke about putting the ashes in the coffin. They came to me later and they're like, "Hey, we brought Dad's ashes to Mom's funeral." I'm like, "Great, that'd piss her off."
They feed on bad dreams. Because of this, many people keep them to help them have good dreams.
There he is. He's just standing on your bedside.
Looked like he would steal cupcakes from the cupboard.
You buy one for your kid. For your kid, he sits there looming over the bed. Hey there, kitten.
Have bad dreams.
Don't make that cute design turn into an insult, please.
It's not. I never thought it was cute. It looks like something Pennywise would wear.
Anyway,
Oh, that looks like a My Little Pony
insult me.
Yeah, that everyone calls this the My Little Pony Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I don't need to insult you.
Why?
Dude, you do it yourself.
But it's not.
I mean, to be fair, you do insult. You are the person who insults you more than anyone else, Zed.
Yeah, I just need to be patient.
I've heard no one else talk more shit on you than you.
Listen.
Well, except for that one time.
What?
Remember that orc?
What one time? What?
Oh, you don't remember?
No.
What it said about Zed?
What are you trying to do right now, Wilhelm?
I'm not trying to do you remember? I think you were in call. There was like 4 of us. We were all talking about it.
Was it the time I said that you were like prickly like a cactus, and then you told me that my jokes hit like a dart?
No, that's something else entirely.
Oh, okay. What was it then?
They're incredibly aggressive, actively seeking out fights with other Pokemon, and sometimes even people.
I can hear you smiling every time you read like the Pokedex entries.
I've been smiling
what
most
was
of
it,
this.
Mom?
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
I know. It's happening.
I think he's
right
just
here,
trying
right
to
now.
fuck with you, Zed. And with me by extension for some reason.
Like I said, terrible choices.
I was I forgot how socially inept Ulrich was.
What do you mean?
Like if Sleepy was here, he would jump in that in a heartbeat. Ulrich was like, I don't understand what you're trying to say. That never happened. Not that you're socially inept. No, that's not my phrasing. The reading of a situation. There we go.
I see. Said the blind man to the deaf dog.
Now I feel insulted.
Yeah, that was the intended purpose. That was my intent.
Why? Why are you targeting me, Wilhelm? I didn't do anything mean to you.
You didn't help me pick on Zed, and that's the problem.
I'm not the one who just spent the last 20 minutes saying you're like Adam Sandler.
Ah, yes. This makes me think of...
They're bred to be the ultimate farm animal. They're strong enough to pull 26,000 pounds, grow thick coats that can be shaved for...
Sorry, what?
They're strong enough to pull... They're strong enough to pull 26,000 pounds, grow thick coats that can easily be shaved off for clothing, and continuously produce milk.
It looks like a nipple.
What is wrong with your nipples, Zed?
Wait, I'm sorry. What looks like a nipple, Zed?
This guy apparently looks like a nipple right here.
I really don't see the comparison.
Pretend the head and like the mane.
Oh.
Do you have hair growing around your nipples and little horns on them and a face? 'Cause I do.
I would say I do. Anyways, go back. Yeah, I see what he says now. See, like the head is like the. How do you? I don't know what the fucking word for it is, but definitely like the tip and the nipple. Like the faces, and then the dark part is the bigger surrounding like pad of the nipple.
Lactation man.
That wasn't milk.
I mean, it was bred to produce large amounts of milk constantly.
I like the idea. Instead of having udders, it just vomits milk profusely.
Oh, that's its special move.
Yeah, the special move is Hyper Beam.
No, it's Lactose Beam.
Oh, this is the only one so far I like.
Oh, there's one earlier I think you'd like. Where is it?
It was more towards the top, wasn't it? Because I think I know. It was a Lucario one too, right?
Yeah, that cat-headed one. Where is it? Also, thank you for not liking any of my art, Wilhelm.
You're welcome.
This one.
Yeah, it's okay.
Fuck you too.
And that one.
What? I don't know what you want from me. I'm sorry.
We compared
Look,
that one
it's
to
not like
Digimon.
I'm not going to treat you like you treat Mindy and Veneer.
What does that mean?
Yeah, that's good shit.
What the fuck does that mean?
I thought we were saying with the Adam Sandler movie.
You're making me like their artwork sound like a fucking creepy fucking thing.
Yeah.
Hey, nice cock.
Hey,
This is
no, you know, I have legitimately pulled the "hey nice cock" on one of the things Veneer drew once.
Yeah.
Let's move on from this
that.
before we say stuff about their art they don't want out there, though.
Hey.
Yeah.
Anyway, they fly through the
You
sky.
want-
They fly through the sky looking
You
for
want-
Pokemon. They fly through the sky looking for Pokemon in trouble. When they spot someone in need, they are quick to swoop down and help.
It's a savior type Pokemon. It's like the Paragon superheroes. Like Superman.
No, they
No.
just go there to watch.
No,
Oh, they only go in to watch.
no, dude, like
Flying a car.
I was
just
half
go
paying
watch.
attention, not gonna lie.
no, they do go in and help.
No, I like the better idea that they just
I'm not-
fly
no,
and
is that-
stare at
No,
them.
this is a Porygon type one.
I said Paragon.
I know, I was making a fucking joke.
No, you have when you make those kinds of jokes, you have to say it flatter and dumber.
Why? So I can sound like Adam Sandler, like you?
I don't even sound like Adam Sandler. What
They're-
are you trying to say?
They are lighter than air, allowing them to fly by not flapping their wings, but by releasing air from small pores in their skin, and from their skin and riding air currents.
They just fart using their gigantic ears.
Oh, holy shit! What
Fart
Your
using it.
tell-
But Wilhelm,
I'm gonna fart
Wilhelm,
into your ear.
Well, you know how you were like going.
Also,
like,
I don't know why you
insulting
came.
people.
I don't know why you're going with so much venom for no reason, Wilhelm. What the hell?
There was
You know
no
how you're
better-
doing that to Ollie? That's the part of the movie where you get kicked out by the boy for making terrible
Yeah,
choices.
I'm agreeing with Zed now. I did nothing to you, and you just started ribbing into me for some reason.
I did not, for no reason.
What? What?
First off, I don't even like Pokemon all that much.
Well, you're the one that joined my stream.
Yeah, because I like you, you gay boy.
Come
Listen
here.
Oh, yeah. Blah, 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 blah. Kissing, you use a lot of teeth, right?
You two sound like the sound a boy would make when he's making fun of his sister's Barbie dolls.
Making fun of his sister's Barbie dolls?
Yes.
As opposed to you who played with them.
I'll
I
have
was actually terrified of Barbie dolls. No, I'm talking
You're
about like
afraid of Barbie dolls?
I had a fear of dolls. Period. Anyway, what I'm talking about is here's a scenario.
Hey, listen,
Little
hang
sisters.
on. So I can get being
Yes.
scared of like those weird plastic baby dolls or porcelain dolls, but Barbie? What's scary about Barbie?
You know, he says he doesn't like dolls, but then he loves K-pop stars, which are essentially human dolls.
They swim together in patterns that look like the most elegant of dances. It is believed that this is how they communicate.
Part of the movie is when Wilhelm fucks over twice after trying to get in the first time. And it's the part where the kid starts spewing about how much they hate their dad.
Yeah, you've been here with so much venom. This, like,
Sorry.
no, not you, Wilhelm.
I've done nothing. Because I don't have anything to say to Zed. I have nothing.
Why? No.
I'm
say
now agreeing with
something.
Zed.
I have nothing to say to Zed.
Insult me. Clap
No.
back.
No.
Do it for the
Here to pick
TikTok.
on Ulrich.
We're almost
So
through.
he's your punching bag now. I see how it is.
When has that ever changed? When was he not?
Guys,
He used to be the punching bag.
You were never the punching bag.
that's it.
You're gay.
Wait, is that all of them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
That's
nice.
a lot.
It's not all of them. It's all of them that I have.
Oh.
There's a small chunk of ones that I lost the original versions of that I can rip from my Tumblr. But the problem is they're going to be much lower quality because they're ripped from... Rather than being the clean original, they've been uploaded online.
Oh.
So the
That makes
JPEG
sense.
quality has gone down. So if I do those ones, I'm going to have to clean them up.
You see the green deer one?
Which one? Oh, this one.
The green deer one in the middle. Yeah.
This one?
Yeah, if you go straight down from that past the mushroom looking thing,
This
and
one?
you see that red and black one,
Yeah.
either to the left or to the right of that, you could fit another one in so you can get rid of that big slant on the side.
Could not fit any of the ones on the slants on the side in that space.
What about that little what is that? The otter and the fire sneevy thing? And next to the
This guy?
Nidoran. Yeah, you can fit one of those in there. And then slide some more of the...
He would not fit in that space.
Yeah, you would.
And here.
Fit.
To demonstrate that he won't fit. He'd be overlapping with the guy above or below.
Oh my god, when my cats like stretched under my decks and touched my foot and scared the ever-living shit out of me.
So
It was really weird.
we're now gonna have to start ripping low quality. But not for a lot of them.
So my next question is, if Wilhelm is like the goofy but like makes terrible choices husband, who's like the best friend who like he falls back on, surfs to their couch and like stays there while they try and figure out how to undivorce and get back into their child's life. Who in this server?
Undivorce.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Basically go from bad dad to good dad because best friend tells them what they have to do. Who in this server would do that?
Oh man, there's a lot more
I
than I
don't know,
thought still.
Who would I go to for advice?
You tell me.
Yeah.
They also have to fulfill like the I'm your best friend, man, but I'm starting to get exasperated with your antics too. Kind of person. Are we sitting here in silence because we don't really have anyone like that on the server?
Nope.
I think he's waiting for you to push on, Zed. Because you've really been the
I
one
don't have
spelling this whole narrative.
Dude, this is your headcanon.
Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 more. But now these ones are low quality and I need to spend time cleaning them up. And we've been at it for 3 hours. I think
Does
it's gonna wrap up
end
there
stream?
for now.
Okay, cool.
And next
But,
time we'll
we'll
come
home.
back with those last 30, because those last 30 are gonna take much longer, because I have to tidy up their sprite work.
And hopefully next time you're just alone, so you don't have people ruining your stream.
I mean, it created a commentary. You know?
None of it, most of it did not relate to Pokemon at all.
And?
That's not the point. It's an art stream, not a Pokemon stream.
Yeah.
True, that's fair.
The goal is to just be entertaining.
But Wilhelm, who have you gotten the most advice from on this server?
No
For
one.
context for those who are going to be watching the YouTube thing eventually, maybe if anyone ever does, he's referring to the Discord server that we all are on as friends.
Yee. Oh, right. You are the type of person that's usually the shoulder that other people cry on and get advice from. But you're never the one that needs the shoulder. Oh my god, you're like those reliable characters in anime that have like that breaking weakness point, but then people tell them like some words of encouragement and they just get that
They
extra
are
little...
better. They're just better.
What?
Like, yeah, you're right. I'm now cured of my crippling depression. You fixed it, guys. Thank you. All these years of anxiety are gone because you told me we're friends.
So on a scale of 1 to 10, how accurate was my ripping on you? I'm sorry.
Adam Sandler. That's the number I'm giving you. The average rating of Adam Sandler of all Adam Sandler movies are based on their ratings all around the world from every reviewer.
My favorite Adam and Sandler film is Jack and Jill.
My favorite Adam Sandler movie is the Little Nicky. Either that or the golf one.
I've
He's
never
the
seen
one that was in like the video games coming into real life one.
Pixels.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
Oh, I
It
actually...
was enjoyable.
It was very it's a very much turn your brain off movie.
Yeah. As the movie's whole purpose is to entertain someone.
Yeah.
So it serves its purpose. Also, I really liked Peter Dinklage in it. It was really funny.
Oh, he was in that?
Yeah, he was like one of the anti-heroes.
Oh. I remember there was just that one dude who...
Hang on, guys, real quick. Would y'all want to switch to do something? Like play a game or something?
I'm not a bad.
Or, okay.
I just came in here and got called Adam Sandler.
Listen, I'm gonna wrap up the call.
Okay.
I mean, I'm gonna wrap up the stream.
Hey, Zed, don't share your private information on stream. Zed, you know what you're like? A bad father.
Oh.
Father.
I'm gonna end the
One
stream
that
there.
makes terrible
There'll be more to
mistakes.
come.
Oh, you're a bad dad.
Have a wonderful night and wonderful day. Goodbye.
How was supposed to
Bye-bye. Goodbye.